Hey, hey, hey. How's it going, Will?
Oh, hey, how's it going, Fixie? I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Yeah, really good. Thank you. Everyone, welcome to the PlayStation Collectors podcast. This is episode number 13, I believe.
Lucky number 13. Yes, I can't believe we made it this far.
Oh, I'm excited. So, tonight we've got Mr. Right Way himself. So, we're going to be doing this podcast the right way. I'm really excited to have Steve on the show. So, please, everyone, welcome Steve to the show. Hey,
Yo,
Steve, how's it going?
yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? I was checking my notifications. Some had, I don't know why did somebody, I don't know. Anyway, does that ever happen to you guys? I'm sorry. How everybody doing? Well, as soon as you're about to do something, then like this text message come through, like, oh hey, I was waiting for it, like forever. Then that here it comes through.
Yeah, or it's like an important eBay message or something. And I'm like, oh, God, I've got
I
to
don't need
attend
no
to this.
important eBay messages. No, 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 no. I don't need to buy nothing for a while. How y'all doing today?
Good
Oh,
evenings.
really good. Yourself, Steve?
I had good, man. Sit here. I got my water. I'm chill for Starbucks, so got my water.
You say you're shilling for Starbucks?
I'm trying to get that sponsorship.
Well, shit. Budweiser, if you're out there, it's the king of beers. Here we go.
I love. Okay, so I was talking to Fizzy before the break. My first cappuccino or like kind of coffee was in Australia when I was in the military. So, and it wasn't Starbucks back then, but it was like a Starbucks ish type of deal. So when Starbucks got popular, that always reminds me of like Australia all the time. So anytime I like see this, I think about like I'm back in Australia, looking at this big, big freaking cup of like cappuccino, and it's like, oh, it was so great.
Where'd
So
you get?
I can't wait to come back there one day.
You rocking the coffee tonight, Figsy?
Always. I think it's funny you say that, Steve, because Starbucks, once it came to Australia, didn't work because
Oh, it is.
Australia's got such a strong coffee culture that
Yeah.
it just didn't work what it did. And I don't even know if it exists anymore, to be honest.
It's here everywhere. But yeah, it had that was my first. I never had something that was like so like it was like oh. And then I had like two cups. Had like one red cup. Then they brought me this other cup, and they made like this design in it. And I was like, oh snap! This is. And then I had caramel. It was just it was so good. Oh, I miss
That's
it.
the Australian life, coffee.
Oh man,
Coffee is good.
I drink coffee as a tool. I have two. I have no, not two. 1 3/4 cups at work. Otherwise, any more than that, and I get all jittery. And then, yeah, I just use it to stay awake. But I enjoy a good cup of coffee. But honestly, I
My
couldn't tell you
wife,
a bad one from a good one.
she's Puerto Rican, so they got Puerto Rican has a big coffee culture too. Now she
Yeah.
tripped me out. She drinks coffee all day. She could drink coffee an hour before go to bed and go to sleep. I'm like, woman, what are you doing? I never seen that before. Like this girl is crazy. I mean, I love her, but I just like, what? You drinking coffee at 10 o'clock? Oh well, I
Just
can't do
immune
it.
to it completely.
She kind of got me, huh? Would you say?
She's immune to it.
Yeah, I mean that's how she grew up. I mean that's her culture. Puerto Rican just do that. I was like, wow, I didn't even know that, babe. I said that's awesome, but I can't do that. I need one cup when I get up in the morning, and that's really it. And if I feel sluggish during the day, I may get a half a cup. But me, I put too much sugar and cream and stuff. So it's not really coffee. But
Yeah.
I do like the boldness. I can tell the flavors of different coffee. And I do love like the bolder coffees and stuff like that. I really do. It's like nothing. It's nothing better. I don't want this to be a coffee podcast. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's a fucking coffee podcast.
I love the fresh smell of coffee beans. When you break open it, it's like when you break open a new game, you get new game smell. It's kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's like that with coffee. I was like, it's just like it's intoxicating. It's so freaking amazing. Anyway, yeah, that's my coffee stuff.
So, Steve, for everyone who mightn't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes.
Okay, my name is Steve Wright. I go by Mr. Right Way on YouTube. Right now we are at 22,000 subscribers. So please
Ooh.
join. We're trying to hit 100,000. I don't know when that'll happen. Maybe a spike will happen, but definitely I always try to teach people how to buy games the right way for cheap. Try to build your collection, and also to I love talking about video game systems like Nintendo 3DS, PlayStation, Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox. I usually do like the 360, the regular Xbox. I'm not too much of a current Xbox fan. I do like Game Pass. Xbox is mainly my wife's deal. She loves Xbox, so she plays everything on there. Actually, took over. She took my Xbox Series X, so I just gave it to her. So I had to give me
Oh,
another
shit.
one. uh, what else I do on the channel? I just that's really game is really collector centric. YouTube sent me a survey and it said my content is like lifestyle. So I guess because I go to like Goodwill's, pawn shops, and I search for games, I take people along on the ride, and people like it. I never thought people like going and seeing where I get games or buying games and stuff. So, you know, it's pretty cool. I just put a new video out that I'm trying to show people that I absolutely love trades. I love buying cheap, and I really don't like selling. That sounds kind of weird, but I would rather trade a game than sell a game. So I made this huge trade, and I'm going for a full Nintendo 3DS set, right? And I got
Yeah.
a sealed copy of this new, well, not new, but very hard to come by, Barbie Groom and Glam Pups. Yes, this Barbie game right here, sealed. Oh my god, is $5,000.
Shut the fuck up. Really?
Yes, $5,000 game. The last one sold, and I talked to the guy. It was $5,000. He bought it off of eBay. He bought a
Oh my
seal. I think he
god.
bought a seal too. The last used copy was 2,000, and then our last copies were 2,000 and 3,000. I just talked to a guy who sent me his copy. He paid 2,000 at the store. One dude, he just paid like years ago. He paid like about $50 at the store. That was crazy. Nobody really knew this game was going to spike like this. It's kind of have a story of like um, stadium events where it didn't sell. They took it off. So many copies got out. People really don't know how many copies of this game got out. We do know collectors kind of all agree that a print run for a 3DS games is like $1,000. It's a thousand from Nintendo. Nintendo wants you to make a thousand copies.
Yeah.
So like limited run, they'll make 1,000 copies. I think that's what it is. I could be wrong, but that's the general consistency of every collector. So we think uh, not even 1,000 copies got out. At least about eight, six. It's really low because I didn't seen 10 copies. Make mine probably 10 or 11 copies of this game out in a while. It could
You
be
get
more. Somebody could have like a box of those games, just boom. But still, it's one of the rarest Nintendo 3DS games to get. And I'm crazy. I like collecting sets. I just think it's a challenge.
yeah.
I love doing set collecting. Uh, but this was by far one of the biggest purchase. Well, not even purchase. You had to watch the video, but biggest gets that I have ever got. I had did a Sega Saturn set before it jumped in price, and
Woo.
I thought that was crazy, but I ended up selling that. So, but I'm not too keen on selling new sets. I got a Wii U set. I got this set. I'm thinking about doing is going back to PlayStation. I'm thinking about doing a PlayStation 3. Thinking about it.
Are,
If I do, I might start just greatest hits, then move to the other games. Don't know. I'm just gonna see because as you can see right now, I don't have that much space anymore. Uh,
hey,
I'm buying a lot of PlayStation 4 games. I know that.
are you done with the DS set? Or is it 3DS or DS set?
No, it's a 3DS. 3DS has about 400 to 430. I had to go back and recount because new games are coming out. But I am 99 games, no, 96 games away now. No, 97.
Okay.
97 games away. But once you get this, it's smooth selling. I got
Yeah.
all the games I'm getting now is super easy, super cheap. I can go on eBay and get them, but I'd rather not go on eBay. I want to try to challenge myself and go out in the wild and see what can I find before I have to go to eBay, because I really do think that the Nintendo 3DS and the Wii U, the PS3 and the Xbox 360, that seventh generation type of games is you need to collect those now, because later on they're going to be like PlayStation 2, GameCube prices, and you're going to see about 5 years from now all those games are going to skyrocket. Man, look what happened on the PlayStation 3 store when they thought it was going to go away. Look at
In
how
1 week.
those
That
games
was
like
crazy.
just shot up. And some of them games came down, but we got like Spider-Mans, we got like the Puppeteers, the Africas. Uh, all of those type of games are going to keep hold their value, not because they're all good games. Well, Puppeteer is a damn good game. Puppeteer is so good. Uh, they're not going to like raise. They're going to hold their value, but they're not going to come back down no time soon. And as more collectors enter the market, and they find out how good like games like those are, or how rare they are, people are going to go after them. I mean, especially PlayStation 3. PlayStation 3 is still hard to emulate. That's one thing why the price is going to stay good on that, because you can't really emulate it well. Look at Metal Gear Solid 4. Hey, that game still is stuck on the PlayStation 3. A lot of games are stuck on the PlayStation 3, and a lot of games are better on the PlayStation 3. True, the 360 was very popular, and I love the 360. You see the sign behind me. A lot of the like hardcore games, like the fighting games, the JRPGs, they're not on 360, and you have a big fan base who loves those games. When you see that only on PlayStation sign, it means only on PlayStation, and it's a good quality game. Especially, you might not like JRPGs, you might want to collect them just for the artwork. I mean, it is so good. That's why I think the PlayStation 3, 360, and the Nintendo 3DS, especially the 3DS, is going to go through the roof.
Now, with the PS3, my biggest concern is this new wave of reprints coming out. We'll talk about Whatnot, dickhead on Whatnot a little later, but it's not
Whatnot.
it's not just it's not just that dickhead in California freaking reprinting. I don't you're up on this, right?
I'm gonna call people names and nothing, but I'm just gonna say.
Oh no, I'll call them names for you. You point them out. I'll call them names on your behalf. Don't worry about it, Steve. But there's also this other company in Canada, the reprint and stuff, and it scares me. I'm afraid for PS3 collecting in the near future, because all these reprints. Because I don't know how, but they're still out there. They're still doing them. So
I think on that, the reprints is two ways. I look at it like this: the reprints are cool because it gives people another way to play it.
Pigsy agrees with you.
When it comes to collecting, it's like comic books. You got first and second print.
Yeah.
It all depends on who's going to buy what and what time. Like the reprint I got the Syberia Collection. Okay, so I got one of those. Got a pretty good price from it.
Time out. How much you pay for it? I want to know.
I ain't gonna say right now, but I'll tell you later. But no, I got a good price on it. But what that is you need to tell people up front, but also too, a lot of people don't know. Like the PlayStation 3 is that unknown, because a lot of people didn't care about it. Nobody cared about the PlayStation 3. Let's be honest. Nobody started caring about the PlayStation 3 till like 15 years after. It was 10 years after release, right? A lot of people didn't care about it.
A few of us.
Huh? You said
a few of us.
A few of us, yeah.
Yeah, a few of us did, but like I remember standing outside GameStop buying that $600 console and wondering why it got so hot. But waiting through, like, we didn't have Dual Shock, we just had 6 axis, and then we had to wait for Dual Shock and all that kind of stuff. But a lot of people chose 360. But now these reprints, and it's not that many, but I have seen them. I just say, like, if you find out it's a reprint, say it's a reprint. A lot of people don't know, but if they do know, you need to say it. Yes. And the reprints are good, the way to play. It's just like, hey, if you got a reprint here and you got an original copy, of course the original copy is going to be worth a little bit more. But it's going to be up to that eBay sale and that collector and see what it is, because they both going to play the same. But as collectors, you generally want the first print. And I do. I want the first print too. And I probably would pay a little bit more for the first print. But the intent and honesty behind it, you have to know. But do we know they know that? That's what it is. If you know, it's like, I ain't going back on there, but like if you know this is genuine. But if you know this is like a second print, and I'm gonna say, like, here's a game of it. I won't say anything about it, but if you know, that's dishonest. But if you don't know and you find out later and you start, that's cool.
Well, we know, and they know they knew. Those, what we're talking about. Yeah. They knew. In fact, they paid for the damn reprint. They're the ones who funded the damn thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Touching on, you mentioned the Canadian company. Well, So I like to compare them to the Whatnot company. I like to think what they're doing is correct. They're advertising, hey guys, we're reprinting this expensive game on eBay. We're putting it out for Azura's Wrath, for example. They put it out for $39. They advertised how much it was on eBay. They said, come buy the reprint for $39. They printed a bunch of expensive games, Drakengard free, and they sold every single copy for retail price. Actually, it was cheaper than retail price.
Yeah, like the Silent Hill and all that stuff.
I think that's great. But on the other hand, another company's going reprinting expensive games, not telling people, putting them up for auction, letting the market decide it. That's dodgy, and that's where you draw the line.
Not just expensive games, the Grail games for North America Collecting. They went straight to the top with that shit. And and I guess I don't know what kind of deal they cut, but in the along with it, they had to reprint some crap ATV versus MX games, or whatever the fuck that is.
I need to find out more about that because that'd probably be a good video for me to put out and let people know.
I'm guessing you haven't seen watch all the research. You know Ricky, right?
Yeah, Ricky is good.
Yeah, Steve. He's done all the fucking legwork.
I asked him about using some of his video, but I gotta look at it so I can see. So I want to get in.
The more you look into it, the more dodgy it gets. It's
They had an auction today. My friend, our friend James, who's on the last podcast, he shared me his screen. Anyway, they didn't throw up Syberia Collection, but they did throw up Painkiller, and I think it went for 136 or 138, I want to say. So and this time they were upfront about it. They were they kind of danced around it, and they were kind of but they were upfront about it being a reprint. But if you watch on the PlayStation Ain't Dead channel, Ricky opens up all these reprints. He goes through it. There's no manual in them, for example. That's a big difference. The backs are different. Obviously, the publisher logo on the front's different. But
because one got printed by THQ, didn't it?
Yeah, well, it's THQ is the OG ones, and then THQ Nordic are the new school ones. So I guess they what merged or whatever the corporate term is. But he goes over he goes over point by point the differences, and
that's not cool at all.
PlayStation Ain't Dead YouTube channel, so check it out, guys. Here I'm plugging my shit.
Today it's okay because they're advertising as a reprint, but the first couple of people that bought these on auction paid over $500 for them. So I've got a feel for those couple of people who bought a reprint for that price, and that's those couple of collectors out there are going to be sitting there feeling like shit because they've done that, and that's not fair.
No, that's not cool at all.
Steve, it's a burning question. I want to ask you. I've seen your video about it. Whatnot? No, okay. Did you sign or did you a non-disclosure agreement with them, or are you you completely open to talk about it?
Oh no, I just don't. I said on my video. I just think it ain't for me no more. I like I said, my conventions and my religion. I don't like say like I'm better than anybody, but hey, I just saw. I didn't want my audience fighting over video games. I didn't want to see that. I mean, it's good to sell and trade. I'm open for that. I am 100% open. Free market. Let's do it. I sell stuff sometimes. I trade stuff, but I do not want someone who watching me and I say I have some kind of influence, and I want to sit there and let them watch and then fight over games to get my attention. That's stupid. I don't like that. People, I said it. I didn't say nobody names, but a lot of people who knew. Now they seem they had a problem. I ain't say. I'm just telling you what I feel and what people was telling me and what is in my comments and what's coming back to me. That's it. If you didn't like it, I'm sorry. That's how I feel. And then people have a problem with it.
Yeah, a lot of whatnot sellers say that I guess the bigger YouTube channels, because I don't know, am I right or am I wrong? Does whatnot want sellers like you, sellers with an audience, sellers who have some sort of
going for
YouTube celebrity, sellers who have some sort of a YouTube following? Because that seems to me to be the general. They want these guys to come on here so they can get their followers. It's
so weird, man. I don't know what they want. When I saw it was it was like I said in the video. There were some promises made, and it wasn't drawn. And I started seeing stuff funny, so I backed off. Do I regret making it? Nope. Because like I said, God got me, and I ain't worried about it. I mean, people might do some things to try to stop me from doing some stuff, but it only can stop me for a little while. You can't stop what God's gonna tell me what I'm gonna do, and I don't know anybody that to believe in that, but you can't. Like I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna stop Steve because he said something I didn't like, and I mean, what can you really do? Nothing. I'm I'm boundlessly blessed. I'm gonna find ways. I'm creative. I know how to do stuff. It's not being me and cocky, but I've been working since I was 6 years old. I was selling candy on the bus for 50 cents when I was 6 years old, working me and my mom, single mom house, me and my sister. I was just I was hustling. I know how to hustle, guys. I know how to work. Let me tell you something. I know how to hustle. I know how to ask questions. I know how to be nice. I know how to give back. I'm not worried about because this one I'm not selling this one place.
Let me ask, Steve, what is your primary selling platform when you go to sell your games? Are you hitting Mercari? Are you hitting OfferUp? Are you using Craigslist? Are you on eBay? Where when
This
you're
is what
selling
I do.
games?
I buy off of eBay and Mercari,
Mhm.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah,
I buy from local game stores, eBay. I mean, local game stores, GameStop, uh, pawn shops, Goodwills, thrift
Goodwill, yeah.
stores, and that's it. That's the mobile I buy from. I don't really sell on eBay. I don't sell. If I'm gonna sell to a local store. I'm gonna go to Goodwill and get something to sell to a local store and get credit and get something that I want. I'm gonna go to GameStop. Like GameStop got a good deal going. Like they used to get like $15 for Wii Sports. Now they get like six.
Yeah, yeah. They caught on to the bullshit that is Wii
But
Sports.
you can still pick it up for $1 at a lot of garage sales and
Yeah,
make
yeah. If I pick it up
$5.
a dollar, I still pay for it. That's how I sold two, got $12, and I put it towards the new game for Mario and Rabbids for my wife. So yeah, but I really don't like selling on eBay anymore because there's so many scammers. Also, too, some people know me, so I always kind of get that fear like I'm buy something from him and do scale, try to scale. I don't do that. I will buy. I will buy all day on eBay because some things are just cheap. Like I go in the store and I see why is this right here, and then I try to be nice. And hey, y'all kind of like over. Oh, excuse me, y'all over eBay. Y'all, would you like to kind of work out something? Maybe no. Like, all right, I can get petty then. I like, all right, sit right there. I'll buy it right there in the face. This could have been your money. Walk out the stuff. I'm sorry. And
I do a lot of selling
I
on
hate.
eBay
I don't
too.
like that. But none of the stores around here haven't done that. It just when I go out of town, some weird places.
Well,
I do a lot of selling on eBay. It's my full-time job now, and I do sell to a lot of viewers. But they know if they want to get a game off me, especially a higher end game, send me a message and I'll do it 15, 20% cheaper, take away all the fees, things like that.
Yeah,
And a lot of people love that.
some things I will sell. It also too eBay is kind of pissed me off because if you don't sell, they don't promote. So you'll still be sitting there forever. I'm like, you know what? I could trade this. Let me just take this off here and trade it. Oh, another store I love trading with online, East Starland. I'm just glad y'all said it. I got a video coming out, so I'm gonna give y'all a little scoop. This is just the first part of it. But I had got like stuff from like Goodwills and pawn shops and stuff, sent it in, and I found this right here, y'all.
Ooh.
For a price, it was
is that one?
now
Is that the Lionheart
Or is that
edition?
four?
yeah, this is the deluxe edition. This is
Okay.
Trails of Coast. Yeah, number one. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can open it right now, but yeah, but it's
No,
not
don't,
sealed.
don't. Oh my God! Don't unseal it, you son of a bitch.
No, it's not sealed.
Okay.
It's sealed
All
for
right.
them.
All right. All right. We're good. We're good. We're good.
He's like, no, don't do it. Hey, games meant to be played, bro. What you talking about? No,
About to
this is
break my collecting heart
used.
over here and shit.
I know. Let me see. I make sure I got. Oh, there you go. So I got the little coin.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a game in here. So that
you better hope it is.
I know, right? So yeah, PS4.
Oh, that's nice.
So I got that, and it was $84. Oh, what's something else in here? What is this?
PS3 version is better.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. I don't know. I'm just saying
No,
that.
I like the PlayStation. Oh, soundtrack.
I'm just trying to pad my own fucking collection.
Soundtrack at the end. So like East Starland, I got that from them, and also I'm getting some more stuff from them right now. Some PlayStation 3 games that they just got in, and some good stuff. So I just sent in like 2 Wii U's. I sent it 2 Wii U's, Xbox 360. It's a whole bunch of other games and stuff. So hopefully that'll be in the upcoming video. It'll probably be like next week because it's taking forever for them to send stuff. And they just now got my trade. But one thing about East Starland, if you send a lot of stuff, they will send you a UPS label and get it. So this is like in the Americas. If they'll send you like, hey, just send us this. They'll send you a label, put it in a box, and ship it to you. I'm like, oh, that's
good. CEX does the same thing. If you sell a game to CEX online, they'll pay for the shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, if you can see it says $84.
There you go.
Wow, nice.
Hey, Steve, getting back to that Barbie DS game of yours, I haven't watched the video.
3DS.
What's
3DS?
It's a big difference.
You're lucky I'm even mentioning it on the PlayStation Collectors podcast.
I know that's right. We can make PlayStation people mad.
No, but seriously, on that game, was it a trade up, or was there any cash involved? I haven't watched the video.
No cash involved.
So
it was all trades.
So was it just a pile of games for one game, or what was the trade?
Games for one game. Yep. I took a lot of stuff that. This is my concept behind trading. I will always 100% trade anything that I can get back easy. That means easy to me. I can go on eBay and buy. I can find it at a local store. But you don't come across this game. Since I've been seriously collecting for the last 6 years, I had never seen this game in person. I seen it online, and when I see it online, it's gone. It's like seeing stadium events in person. If you had a chance to get stadium events, and a lot of people will sell half their collection to get it, or like Neo Geo Metal Slug.
I was thinking NBA Elite 11 on PS3.
That too, NBA Elite 11 PS3. Yeah, say you try to get you one of those. I would trade a lot of stuff to get that. You know,
I would give out one of my kidneys. So if you don't have one.
But people are like, why would you do that? And you had to first of all, you had to take your collector hat off. And you got to put like, okay, listen, while we collect, it's fun. It's fun going out and searching for the games and finding it, right?
Yeah.
But when you have an opportunity present itself that you can get a game and you don't have to pay anything, but you could take like half, not even say half your collection, but like 50, 60. I think I traded 130 games.
Ooh.
That's a lot of games. That's a lot of, and most of us, we have a lot of games. We have to detach ourselves from that for a little while. Take it out of collection, look at it, sleep on it, and see if it's for you. Once you do that, trade it, and then you can get this game one account of game. Because I'm telling you, it's not for everybody, and I'm not suggesting everybody do it. It's to each collector. But me, I really do say, you know what? If I don't do that, I'm gonna be regretting it for a long time. When will it come back around again? Yeah, I mean, if I passed on this, some other collector would have got it.
Are you gonna have it graded?
I'm not into grading.
No one's into grading, but a game of that caliber.
I wouldn't get it graded unless you were going to sell it, because if you're not into grading, what's the point of having it on the shelf?
Yeah, well, I'm not really. I mean, eventually one day, I'm going to sell a lot of this. I mean, not going to. I always tell collectors like, you gonna die, and it's gonna be with you. No, pass it. Yeah, one day I'm gonna get tired of this probably, but I don't know. I just don't feel like paying another $200-$300.
Yeah,
and also the seal is not that great on here. So I mean,
you got that thing in a protector box, but
yeah, I got a protector box, and this is good enough for me. I mean, outside of collectors, who gives a fuck?
Well, that game's interesting because it's so rare.
Yeah,
a copy even used is going to be worth almost as much as a sealed copy because there's so few out there.
Yeah, and the years go on. We've been talking to other collectors. It may get to the level of stadium events. We don't know. I mean, but say it is. Barbie is a worldwide brand name. It's some hardcore Barbie collectors.
Motherfucking Barbie, babe.
Yeah, this is a Nintendo product with a Nintendo stamp on it. It is a system that is discontinued. Uh, it's not on the eShop. You can't get the game really. I mean, if you want to get a loose copy, you can pay like $500 for a loose copy. I mean, all those right there is a making for where we at right now. And I totally get that as a collector. Outsiders be like, but if you start explaining it, even people who didn't know anything about the game, they're like, I kind of get it. I don't like it, but I kind of get it, you know? Because I
Yeah.
didn't want to trade all that much. But I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna see that game ever again. I can finish myself.
I get that.
I got to ask you though, what in that trade,
Mhm.
what game hurt you the most to trade away? And it's got a place. What PlayStation game? Because this is the PlayStation Collectors Podcast. What
Let me look
PlayStation
and
game
see.
hurt you the most to trade away?
Let me look on my phone and see.
I just like the fact that you're happy with this deal, Steve, and I'm sure the guy that you made the deal with is happy as well.
Oh, and I did it with a deal with a retro store. With a retro store that I had did a video with a long time ago. That's talking about making that connection with somebody else. You know,
Yeah.
making that. Let me see what.
So for
game
that
is it?
store, they probably would have had to wait 3-6 months for that one game to sell, but now they're going to be selling those games every single day, seeing money in the till, buying
And also,
more stuff, paying
Yeah.
stuff.
let me look at this. Let me see what PlayStation 3 game. You know what? I didn't trade any play. Well, I didn't play out. I guess it's count as a PlayStation 3 game. I guess Parasite Eve, but because you can play PS1 games on PS3.
Yeah,
Right.
Parasite Eve was decent.
Oh, I don't.
Nothing
The
hurts
fact
you.
that you can't pick
It-
one right away really
that's-
says that there wasn't any.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Because most of the stuff I got through, like I probably paid $1,500 for all the stuff I got. You know.
But, and it sounds like it was a worthwhile deal for you in the store. You got your fucking Grail game. Those dickheads got their fucking shelves filled. So
They're
yeah,
not
everybody's-
dickheads, man. Come on.
well, no, I'm sorry. Well, I use the word dickheads as
Oh, okay. It's a term of endearment.
term of endearment. Yeah, sometimes it's fucking that dickhead, and sometimes like, oh, look at these my lovely dickheads. Go get around me.
No, I don't. I see on here nothing. But what's so cool about it, like these trades kept building up, right? People say GameCube collecting is hard, which only thing is hard is sometimes the price. And I'm not trying to sound like I got everything, but I tend to find a lot of more GameCube games down here. I have my GameCube games modded.
Oh my god, you filthy pirate.
I got my GameCube system over here, and I got one back here. So I got all the games I need. So GameCube, I use GameCube games as a big trade. GameCube games is great to trade, but they're also hard to get back. Like if I would say I do regret one thing is the Resident Evil collection that I had, like all of them on GameCube, but I can get them again. Just so yeah,
There's
I
plenty of those
probably
games out
regret.
there. There's plenty of Resident Evil games out there. They probably have greatest hits versions, etc.
Not that many Barbies out there.
It is so funny. It's a freaking Barbie game, y'all.
Dude, it's got to hit you right in the fucking the man card, Barbie.
It kind of in a way because it's like this game. I mean, couldn't it be like a monster truck game?
Monster truck.
You know about the Holy Grail for PS1 collecting over in PAL region?
What is it?
What's that?
So it's Cindy's Fashion World, and that goes for $2,000.
Sydney's Fashion World?
Cindy's Fashion World. It was a Phoenix release.
Who is Cindy? Oh shit. Okay,
It
Phoenix.
just didn't get released at all. No one bought it, and today I think the last copy sold for £2,000 over in the UK.
It's fucking kills me that the fucking rarest games are the fucking shittiest fucking games in the world. Why can't a rare game be a kick-ass game? No, it's got to be a pile of crap, and it's got to be worth $1 million. And it's fucking ABC Smurfs, fucking Cross Tekken. I don't know, whatever the fuck.
Hey,
anyway.
I love Street Fighter Cross Tekken. A lot of people didn't like it. I liked it.
Really?
I used Ken and King. Boy, I told some people up. I love Ken and King. Ken is my favorite, and King is my favorite.
I've got something to show you then.
Oh, I love it. Like I was showing like y'all the audience, his audience.
Oh,
I just got the King figure right here, y'all. I love it.
Oh, it's not the okay. I thought it was the one with the one without the hand, but yeah, that one.
Oh, look at that! I love those. Are those
So I've got
action
all
figures?
4 variants of the Street Fighter vs Tekken controllers.
Oh, the controllers. Those are nice. I thought those were toys. But
Are
those
those
are
are PS3 controllers?
Yeah, they're all official PS3 Mad
are they
Cat
are they
Are they
Street
NTSC
Fighter
are,
vs
controllers?
Tekken controllers.
are they corded?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're all corded.
yeah. Most fighting games are corded. I need to look those up. I need to get some of those. See, I might buy some of those off eBay.
They're cool. I walked into a shop one day and they had all of them. I'm like, well, I can't buy one. I've got to buy all of them.
Yeah,
I want you to set you back.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
They were on special. They were $30 each. And I've got a big Tekken fan. If you're watching this, Stefan over in Malta, I bought him one as well. So
Oh, I love some Tekken, man. I love the King of Iron Fist tournament. Love it. Love
yeah.
Tekken.
Yeah,
Love
we
Tekken.
were talking before we went on, and Steve, if you ever want to jump on Tekken, I will take your king on with Heihachi any day of the week. So
Okay.
Nina
Just
Williams
whatever
over
we need to
here.
fist it. Nina Williams.
Oh, that's good. But I remember when I got Tekken 2, right? Tekken 2 was so freaking amazing. Okay, it's not only the cover is iconic. I mean, the way the colors on the cover, right? It just still burned in my head. And we spent up all night. He had got a arcade stick, and I swear we spent up 24 hours learning like most of King's combos. Paul,
Yeah,
Lei
Paul Phoenix is a
Wulong.
pain in my ass.
Oh my goodness, Hiachi's combos. We just sitting there, Lay, like I said, Lay Wulong. It was just so many. Tekken 2 was something just different about Tekken 2 than was because we love Street Fighter, but like I want something else. And then Tekken 2 came along. It was like, what? I mean,
Yeah, well-
just them 10-hit combos was like, so good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For me, the Tekken game that made me a Tekken fan was Tekken Tag Team, and
Yes, Tekken Tag
Tekken,
Team.
it's fucking it's near perfect. I could still play it to this day. I don't feel it suffers from it hasn't aged. It's a beautiful game.
The bowling? How good was the bowling?
Yeah,
Tekken Bowl is so crazy.
Tekken Bowling wasn't Tekken Force in that like side scroller. You just
Yeah,
keep going through and just beat the hell out of motherfuckers and keep going.
I love.
Tekken 2,
Kuma and Panda.
Tekken Tag. Oh man, yeah, and Kuma, they had the fucking weirdo Dodger in there, and shit was weird, and it was fucking good, and it was technical, and it was probably one of the best fighting games in my opinion. But at any rate,
I'm in between you boys. Tekken 3 was what I started with and what I grew up with, and that was the thing that got me into fighting games.
Let me see, can I find it? But I love it. I'm sorry.
Oh, and it was all about Eddie
love
Gordo.
I hope I ain't lose it.
But Eddie Gordo was too good. The rule was you weren't allowed to pick Eddie because if you picked Eddie, you were going to win.
Oh yeah, that was like cheating.
it's a common. There's a popular meme. I can't remember how it goes, but something to the effect, yeah. If you picked Eddie Gordo while you're playing Tekken, you suck. You suck at Tekken. Just face it.
Oh, because he was so cheap, yo.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just it's just bullshit.
Oh, here it is. It's so I hate the spine of it because the spine of this game is horrible. I mean, so Tekken Hybrid.
Oh, it's a good game, but Tekken Hybrid. Fantastic release, that one. Oh, Steve's gone.
What happened to Steve? Steve, come back.
Technical delay, guys. I'm sure he'll be right back.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
But Tekken Hybrid was great because that came out with the movie as well.
Yeah, it came out with
we go.
I don't know what happened. I showed Tekken Hybrid and they say no, we hate it. But like what I was saying, like Tekken Hybrid. Okay, so I didn't know this. I was so mad when I bought it because I always wanted to buy this game because it had the HD version of Tekken Tag.
Yeah.
In the movie, I put it in, and the movie started up. I said, "Where's my game? Man, it's a 2 disc." I was so mad. No, you gotta download it. You gotta download it. I was so I was so mad.
Welcome to the digital age.
I was so mad. I was like, "Oh, I downloaded my PlayStation 3." It's like, oh, let me tell you a game that a lot of people don't like, but I love. And this is my second copy of it. Ridge Racer Unbounded.
Yep. 100%.
I love this game. love this game. Like I'm rebuilding my PlayStation 3 collection back up, so I'm getting a lot of games that I want. Because since the store closed and then opened again, it was that period like we've been going like what about a year now where PlayStation 3 games are kind of flatline, and
Yeah.
it may start creeping back up. You know, when I
We're
first
wait.
started, you said what
We're,
else?
I'm sorry. We're waiting until the store closes and then this shit's going straight up again.
Oh man, I hate to like them Spider-Man games. I first learned when I started seeing the Spider-Man games going up. I said, "Oh, something going on with PlayStation 3." And that was like 2 years ago, right? Right before COVID hit. And he just said, why are these Spider-Man games going up? It's like 1 month it was like $25, and the next month it was like 75.
Yeah,
And it was like,
it's not just Spider-Man. It was across the board.
yeah, it was,
But those games weren't exclusive. They were on the 360 as well.
yeah, but Activision lost that license. That's why it went from boom to boom. And I guess somebody did a video about it, losing the license, or did an article or something. And man, we went from here to here. All the Spider-Man Activision games had jumped.
Look out whenever a YouTuber makes a freaking video about it.
Sorry, I guess I'll make one tomorrow.
No.
Do you remember the week the PS3 store closed? The best of the PlayStation 3 network was selling for like $300.
Oh my goodness, dude! I had like I think I put in the group a long time ago. I think I just saw the post again. I had like 4 or 5 of those copies, and then 4 or 5 like uh puppeteers. But the store down here by me, they had those games in the drawer for like forever. And I was like,
you caught him slipping. Guys, I'm gonna have to excuse myself for a minute. I have to go to the men's room, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, well. A Puppeteer is interesting because over here, Puppeteer was a $5 game, and one particular eBay seller had like well over 5,000 copies.
I am looking forward to the new Unbound game. But he said he had 500 copies?
No, 5,000 copies. I know. So if you look online, the Australian version can be found for like $20, $30, where the UK version, the American version's both over $100. So I've actually been selling copies to people in America because it's cheaper to buy the Australian version than to buy the American version.
Dude, that's pretty good though. Like,
yeah,
like I was talking to James, like I talked to him here now, just in his comments and stuff.
Yeah,
because he collects everything. I'm really like I like NTSC set, and I'll pay a little bit more. I like that uniform set, but some covers like y'all guys got the PAL covers are like so much better,
Just touching on that, Japan gets the best covers of every region.
They do, don't they?
100%.
The Biohazard cover is so
so good. The Godzilla cover looks amazing.
Yes, and then I still need to get this one. I need to re-get this one, Darkstalkers Collection. I need to get that one.
Fantastic game.
Because I had it before. I need to get Darkstalkers Collection, and then I also need to get the Okami.
Have you got Strider?
I have got Strider. I need to get Strider too. I think I had Strider. No, I didn't have it. No, I did. I did have Strider. I did have Strider.
It's playable in English, so it's
it is. I need to get that again. I like buying Japanese games that can play on PS2. But as you probably can see, like Ray over here, all these PS4 games, man, like that. I can't believe, like, I just start getting PS4 because games, they're so freaking cheap now.
There's so many good PS4 titles too. It doesn't matter what genre you're into. There's hundreds of PS4 games out there for you.
It is. Like, that's... I like the PlayStation brand. I've always been a PlayStation guy. Not this. I don't know where this damn pony bullshit came from. I don't know. It's just so silly. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look at this. It's funny. Like, it's like people who make fun of people who look at comics. Like, you making fun of a person because they like to read.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, what kind of stupid human are you? It's just like people just do dumb stuff. But anyway, I like the PlayStation brand. But also, too, I like everything, but my personal choice, if I buy first, is going to be PlayStation, then Nintendo, then Xbox. That's just how I am, and I feel good about it. People be like, oh, you got to pick one, because if you don't pick one, the companies won't say nothing. Really?
I think I own the same game on the Switch as I've got on PS4, as I've got on PS5. You know, I don't discriminate here. I bought an Xbox One just to play PUBG because, you know, a game was on the Xbox. So I've gone to buy an entire system just for one game.
You bold. I can't get on the online stuff like that, man. I ain't got no patience. And also, I'm like trying to work on videos every other day. So, but I do have time to play a lot of games and stuff. It just like the new God of War coming out. I got that controller.
Yep.
You wait for that to come out. I just know so much things about PlayStation. I was like, it just I remember when I rented my first PlayStation from Blockbuster Video, and it was so. I got Ballerina Toshinden,
Oh,
Jumping
fantastic.
Flash, and there was another game. But those two games, like Jumping Flash, like you know, if you play it for the first time, you get that sense of like, oh, and like it was so amazing. It was so good. And then I think it was Theme Park I got. I don't know which one it was, but I know it was Ballerina Toshida because Ballerina Toshida, it was cool because you know it first had that 3D fighter, first 3D fighter, but you can go around in 3D. And you got the girl had the rope, but she had to do this little move where she like spin and go outside or something. It was crazy. And then you had the guy with the sword, the typical like fighters and stuff. It was cool. Ballerina Toshina is really good. They put out like 5 games, 3 on the
all on PS1 too.
Huh?
All on the PS1 as well.
Was 4? They made Ballerina Toshina 4?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all on PS1.
No, I know 1, 2, and 3 on the PlayStation 1. I think that's only been to 3. I know 1 was on the
I
Saturn.
thought it was 4. Maybe
2 was
I'm
on the
wrong.
Saturn. 2 were on the Saturn. It could be a 4. I never knew it was a 4. I gotta play it if it was a 4. Look up and see.
I recall talking to a guy, my friend Raymond, a couple of weeks ago, and I was going to buy all the copies off him, but I talked myself out of the deal.
Why? You should have got it, man.
I regret it now, actually, funnily enough. But yeah, I've been working really hard on the PS1. I'll bring up a photo of it. So I've pretty much finished with my PS1 collection now. Everything's black label complete. I wrote down a list 2 years ago of every game I wanted for the PS1, and I've now collected every game. So I'm really happy with how it is.
You got Pepsi Man?
I don't.
Oh,
I don't. And my list was based off my childhood. So if I played it as a kid or I owned it, I wanted to get every game in the series. So like I played Tekken 3. I went back and bought Tekken 1, 2, and 3 and different things like that.
So your cases are like the Japanese big fat cases, right?
Yeah. So they're really, really fragile. So unfortunately, they break all the time. Like even just opening it, you can damage it. So it's...
So what do you think about the cases that we got? We got like the CD Jewel cases in the same kind of way. They're a little bit more durable, a little bit more replaceable. What do you think about those from what we got and then what y'all have gotten?
So interesting you say that because Australia actually got the North American case.
Really?
So Australia got this is an Australian PAL game. It's the small North American version where the average PAL game looks like this. Now, if a game comes out in both versions, I actually try and pick up the bigger version because I think these look fantastic.
They do. That's like the Japanese look. I love those.
Unfortunately, they get damaged all the time. So you get, do I want the good-looking case or do I want, always getting good condition cases? So it's that catch-22.
Yeah, it is. That's the thing about collecting, man. There's so many different things that you didn't know. So I didn't know. That's something new that you taught me. I did not know that y'all got the both. It's like the combination of both.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it just would have come down to logistically because Australia's a long way away from Europe. They probably said, hey, we've ran out of these cases. Mm-hmm. And they said, we've got a bunch of these American or, CD cases. Why don't we just use them? And the company just would have printed out different labels.
That's what's up.
What did I miss? I'm sorry. It's very unprofessional of me to fucking get up and leave in the middle of these podcasts, take a piss. And
oh, you're right. Well, we're just talking about differences between PS1 cases between PAL and North American regions.
Did y'all get these? Did y'all get these?
What are they?
This is called the PlayStation Underground.
Man.
This was an American. The PlayStation Underground was a American. I guess on CD magazine. So basically,
Yes.
sign up for a magazine. PlayStation when it first came out, they had this program called Are You Red E? So if you see the red E, Are You Red E? Like, are you ready for the next level of video games? And they come here into the PlayStation Underground. You have you can subscribe, and then like back in the day, you can win this like Sony PlayStation like system of like TV and speakers and all that kind of stuff. You can win like different stuff, but it comes with demo disc. So the demo disc had like interviews. You can read stuff, different games and stuff like that.
I
And
love my. I had the red one you were showing there. I had that one, and
you had that one?
yeah, I think that's where I fell in love with Twisted Metal. It's fucking great, good shit,
Yes.
man.
And then like the second one came out. This second one was really special, right? Because it had the first demo for Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, I had that one too.
That's nice.
So when you get it, you remember everybody had this right here?
Oh yeah.
Well, this right here, the second disc was all about Final Fantasy VII, and it was this disc label.
That's nice.
You know, it's sad that collectors don't freaking recognize that as freaking those things. Don't you can get them cheap as fuck because I guess it's only a demo, but it's a lot of rad shit on those.
Oh,
We
it's
got
so-
something similar over here. I've got a couple for sale. I'll actually go and grab them. Nothing like that though. I'll be back in a second.
So you got Gran Turismo on this one, and that's that month. There was Gran Turismo. Then here's 2.2. I don't know how many of these are, but see, they still talk about this had Tomba on it. Look at that.
Do you have them all?
I'm trying to collect them out. I need to find a database of what has it, how many versions are there. Like here's Spyro. Oh, there goes Spyro.
And now it's worth nothing.
I know, right? And this one, that's awesome. I
Check
have
this
something
out.
like that.
So for the PS2, we got these nice demo cases in official PS2 cases.
Yeah, I got some of those too. I got a lot of those. I like
Cheers,
demo
gentlemen.
discs too. I didn't know they had this one, yo. The first demo for Parappa the Rapper
Ooh, nice.
and Blasto. Parappa the Rapper is one of my favorite games. You can't play it on a modern TV. You gotta play it on like old TV like that because of the timing. Yeah, these. Oh man, I'm like, now I want to go play these.
Yeah, this brings up a good point. Have you ever tried them on a PS3, the PS1s?
Yeah, you play them on PS1. Yeah, you can.
Oh, I know you can, but is there lag? Is there a
Oh,
you
yeah,
said
it is.
timing is all. I mean, Parappa the Rapper is all about timing. Is there a shitty lag? I've never tried.
No, it's a lag on those dance and rhythm games like Buster Groove, Buster
Yeah.
Groove 1 and 2. You can't like the timing is off. It's just way off. That's why the game mode on the TVs, even
Yeah.
those are off because I don't know. It was made for the CTR TV, but it just hell of a off. Even
It's like
Parappa the Rapper.
20-year-old technology though, so they did
Yeah.
the best they could for the age.
Parappa the Rapper and Unjamalani. That's ones I played. Buster Groove. I used to love a lot of Buster Groove. Buster Groove was like that dance game that you really had to put in, but it was good. It had good music. Buster Groove 2 is an expensive game now, but still, those games are great. But you need old TV to play them on, or find some kind of way to sync it. You know.
Yeah, well, you need to pay close to $200 or more for a proper like an OSSC or a retro tink or what have you. Pigsy, we've been ignoring the chat all evening. Let's go to these dickheads over here on the right and let's. And I say that again, it's a term of endearment. I love you all in the chat. But yeah, let's get shit's piling up. Let's say hi to some of these people.
We got lots of people in here tonight. AJ, welcome, AJ.
AJ, say hello to AJ.
What's up, AJ?
There we go.
We got PS3 Collect.
I love PS3 Collect. What's up, dude?
I see some other stuff in the chat that I hope you don't put up there. I saw that.
Joe
Yeah,
Rad. Hey Joe, how's it going?
yeah, I had to get rid of that guy quick. I know who you're talking about. Fucking
Oh,
asshole.
good.
Strong Heart, welcome Strong Heart. Coffee
with chocolate. That's
I'll
a
put
lot of sugar too. I'm talking about sugar. Like, ooh.
I'll put a little hazelnut in my coffee, but that's about it.
I like to have 4 coffees a day, so I'm just pretty much
Jesus.
like half a teaspoon of sugar so I can drink as many as I can.
That's a lot, man.
Mr. Isaac was talking about my coffee cup. He's saying he got one as well. I didn't get this. My mum did, and she's in the same area as you, Mr. Isaac, so maybe it was a Victorian thing. We got Fuji Subo. Fun fact, caffeine only makes you awake if you drink it before you are sleepy. If you're already sleepy, it doesn't do anything.
Is that Andy?
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. I'm just
We got
kidding. I love
Langers.
Andy.
Hey, Langers. How's it
What's
going?
up, Langers? How you doing?
Rasmus over in Denmark. Hey, guys, I don't drink coffee, but I might if they make a PlayStation coffee.
I think a lot of us will buy just get the bag.
We've got Mob XO.
Hello, Mob.
Desagu. What's up, Desagu?
Good evening, Mitsagu.
Denver Gaming's in here. What's up, Denver? How's it going?
Hey, America. Woo, work.
So Denver's got a question for you, Steve.
Wait.
Hey, Steve, did you finish your Saturn set? Just finished my 32X and Dreamcast set. 6 away on Sega CD.
Ooh.
Oh, Denver, dude. I finished that like 3 years ago. And then somebody, one of my friends offered, hey, can I just buy that set from you? And I'm like, and he offered me a lot of money. I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. I mean, just do I wish I didn't sell it? In a way, I kind of,
Yeah.
But now I have a lot of those older systems. I have them like modded, so I really don't need it. But it's having it on the case or having it on the shelf. I mean, yeah, it looks really good, but yeah, I finished it. I finished that set in like 8 months. I went hard on that set.
Wow.
Shame on you and your piracy, Steve.
I know, right?
Yeah, no, I've admitted as much in other podcasts, but this time on this one, I'm going to take the higher ground. How dare you?
I saw
coming from you, Will. That doesn't mean anything.
What's? I'm sorry. What was that?
That's like a pirate saying, "Hey, you do what I do."
Yeah, I think.
How many games for the Sega Saturn set?
I think it was like, dang man, I forgot, like 2 something. I forgot.
Okay.
It was a lot, but I went through them quick. I was like, I stopped everything and hustled and like boom, 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 boom. Once I bought my mind or something, want to collect, I do it. That's one thing about collecting is people how you get these games is like I'm telling you, like if you put stuff out there, I put it like on a vision board. This is what I want to do. It's gonna come up. I put this thing out there a year ago. Said, hey, all my contacts and stuff, like you see it, let me know. Popped up on Instagram in the store. I said, yo, let's make a deal. Took about a month to do the deal, but I did it. I just go hard, man. I do.
The power of positivity. If you put it out there, it'll come back to you.
It definitely 100% will.
I wanted to touch on the 3DS. So you mentioned before that you're going for a full set. So you're just doing the North American exclusives. You're not going to do the PAL exclusives or anything like that.
Unless I see something that has not come over here, I probably get it. But excuse me, I'm going to stick with just the North American set right now. Everybody like, did you got that like guy, that love guy, whatever that, but Mona Lisa on the cover? I mean,
oh yeah, I would actually like to get the Louvre game. That's because it's got a cool history behind it.
I might get it because I see it on eBay all the time. Just like sell a couple games, trade a couple stuff. Boom, I can get it. I mean, but you don't see Barbie like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Are you guys talking about that game where it's like a walkthrough tour of the Louvre?
Yeah,
the Louvre
yeah.
in Paris.
So my friend Luke Like Games, he's a big Nintendo guy. He went to Paris a couple of years ago and actually went to the Louvre, and they still have the 3DS that you use when you walk around there. So you use the 3DS, and it basically tells you about everything in the museum. So it's really cool.
I
Did he
think I
sw-
would get that just for history purposes, though.
Did he swipe the game and stick some freaking crappy?
Unfortunately, when he went over there was none available in the gift shop to purchase.
Oh,
They'd already sold out.
get well. No
But
man.
they pop up on eBay all the time,
Oh yeah,
and
100%.
it like shows all the time. I haven't seen one go over $300 yet. So I am saying $300 is a lot of money for one game. It is. Well, I guess I look at it from like collector standpoints. Like when collectors like, oh man, this game costs this much, and I'm like, you paid what? And like now I'm like, and then like, you pay what? Like I try not to pay. I'm cheap. I try not to pay. If I can trade something, I say, hey, can you trade?
Hey, but that's the whole thing though, trying to collect the right way, and that's my channel's sort of the same thing. Like I try and collect the cheapest way.
Yeah.
Especially, I don't know if you've seen, but for PS5 games, I've got a thing I do where I like to play brand new games and I like to buy them. So I'll buy a brand new game, I'll play it for a week, and then I'll sell it for $10 less than what I play for it. So I'm teaching people you can go and play a brand new game for $10, and you're not putting it in your collection, letting it sit on the shelf for 2 years, decrease in value. It's just doing things smartly like that. There's things out there you can do. You got to be proactive. But you can go out there and buy 30 games, keep all the ones you want, sell the rest of them, and it's free. You just got to put in the hard work.
This is one thing a lot of people do, and this is a good time for people to do it. Right now, y'all, do not buy any games until Black Friday. I don't care what coming out. All new games, even Bayonetta. Don't buy it right now. I heard, but I got one coming in though. So, but that's like limited edition. But I'm serious. Like, don't buy all these new games. I didn't buy Last of Us 2, Part 1. I will like it, but I'm not gonna buy it right now. All of these games, Amazon going. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be on Black Friday. I'm gonna be in my bed on Amazon. Boom, 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 boom. Be buying all them games real quick. I'm telling you, because those games, all these games gonna be cheap. A lot of games gonna be cheap. And I'm telling you, people who sell PlayStation 3 games and stuff like that, they're gonna pop up. They're gonna be cheap. PlayStation 4 games gonna be cheap. Especially GameStop gonna be dirt cheap. I'm telling you. Wait to Black Friday. Wait for Cyber Monday. Those games gonna be cheap. All you gotta do wait like another month or two. It's gonna be cheap. Cheap.
Hey, have you ever Steve, you ever hit up the Walmart when they got the 3-cent games?
Oh, I did, man. I did a video that blew up like that one day. Yeah, I did. And I bought all of them, but also gave a lot away on my channel because I say I try to stay away from. I try to buy them before the resellers get them, because you can tell a resale. And I guess I could put myself right there. But I just did a video the other day about a reseller. It was so funny, and you could tell they are resellers because they had a look on them, like this frantic look, trying to look for a game, and then they just grab anything. They be grabbing stupid games like 1, 2, 3, or like Cookie Monster's Sweet Adventure. These ain't games, but stupid, dumb games, and they leave Wii Sports right there. I had found 2 copies of Wii Sports. I'm like, and then I got like $15 each. Well, on top of the ones I already had, $15 each in another store gave me. I'm like, and I said, you're a reseller, huh? How can you tell? Because you left these 2 important games right here. And he looking like,
I like that, because in that part he missed Wii Sports, and you don't sleep on Wii Sports.
Yeah. Somebody said, are you going for Jack Green? He said, are you going for all the Nintendo Select? Yeah, I'm halfway done with those. I need to get some more of those. But man, yeah, I love resellers. Resellers are so funny to me. Some of them are cool, but some of them like at garage sales, like we both be competing at the same time. You could tell them they had this look. They'd be like, and they just pick up the first video game. They'll pick up like Connect Sport. I'm looking like, really? You got Connect Adventures? Really? Really? Go ahead and buy it. Go and buy it. And you walk on like they think they bought something. I said, you're not gonna make no money off of that. Especially when I see them in Goodwill and they be getting game. I saw one guy was getting game he was like, I said, oh man, that game that you clinching on, look it up. That's only a $3 game. If you think you're gonna sell it, you're not gonna make no money off of it. He was like, "Ooh,
Uh,
I'm like, yeah, I don't want your game.
I've never had a I've had one encounter with a reseller in the wild, and that was I went with my friend Clayton. We were looking we're looking for video games, and him and I were there, and we came across a pile of hats. Pile of
Excuse me for a
hats.
second.
Hats?
Yeah, ball caps like the one
Okay.
you're wearing, and it was a Tiger Woods hat. And I just wanted the fucking hat. I wanted the black hat with whatever logo on it, whatever. So I grabbed the hat and I bought it for like $3, whatever the fuck it was.
Mhm.
And this guy, he got bent out of shape because he's like, I'll give you $10 for that hat. He's right after I bought it. You offered me $10 for this fucking hat. And I was like, dude, no, man, I'm good. Thanks anyway. I just wanted the hat. And it's weird. Hardcore resellers, they will fight you at a fucking garage sale over this, that, or the other. Now
Yeah.
I know my video games. I don't know my hat game, but I don't think I'd ever punch anybody out at a freaking garage sale over a hat. But that was the situation I was faced with.
It's so freaking weird too because they all games, but like that's another thing. I don't. That's what makes me like. I like to trade more because I don't like seeing people fighting over a game. You fighting over plastic. Video games are supposed to be fun. It really is disheartening when I hear when I see, especially on Facebook. It's always on Facebook. Oh, I'm so sad about this. It's a game, yo. The game is supposed to make you feel good. Just because they're not selling physical games of it, you still can play it. I'm so sad about this game. No, why are you sad about a game? Because you're sad because you can't say, "Oh, I have this game" to show off to people who don't really even know you. I mean, really, that's what we colors do. We do. We're all shelf collectors. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We're all shelf collectors. Like, oh, look at my wall. Games,
You're not
y'all.
wrong, dude. You're
Look
not
at this.
wrong.
Look at this. Look how important I am because I got a game. I mean, but like I said, I am proud of some things we had. Like when you get something like he's in the Barbie game, you get proud. Oh, I made an accomplishment. But I guess as men, that's another thing too. It's male collectors, and I just say as men, when we accomplish a major goal, we're proud as hell about that. We're like, oh yeah, look, I was walking my right. I say, babe, look at this. I got a Barbie game. Mm-hmm.
But it is something to be proud of because people in the same spot as you would love to have found that game.
Because what we do is like while guys collect, it's
It's
a natural thing.
I'll tell you why I collect. I love the buzz of the likes that come off from the Facebook post I make. When someone hits that like, I go, when someone comments, that's a fucking rad game, I go,
You know what?
I love that shit. I love it.
No, tell the truth, I did used to love that. I really did. I ain't gonna lie. I promise. I used to do that before. I started like, and then I'm thinking like, why the hell am I liking? Why am I doing this? Because if you get caught in that, you can get broke. You know, like seriously. That's why I'm so carefree. I can sell my games at any time. And people are like, why can't you sell your games? Because I don't have a super emotional attachment to plastic. I have emotional attachment to the people I meet, to the story that I have. But if something happens to these games, yeah, I'd be disappointed, but I can get it back again because I know how. I think as collectors, we need to, especially in the social media age, we need to not be so attached to these games because a lot of collectors are broke, and a lot of people won't say that. A lot of collectors go broke because they try to impress people who don't even know them, who probably don't even like them. And I almost did that one time, and it's humbling. You don't need to do that. Just collect what you like, buy, sell how you do whatever you want to do that makes you happy. But never ever collect for somebody that you don't know. Don't collect in no Facebook group. Don't. I mean, that's the worst place to try to collect somebody. I mean, Facebook groups are great, but if you're in a Facebook group just to show off,
Oh, that's why I'm there.
You're gonna go broke.
Oh, I'm
Telling you,
broke
you're gonna go
too.
broke. It's a lot of collectors who got a lot of money on their shelves, but they broke as hell.
Oh, I'm broke as
They don't
hell,
got.
and I got a lot of money on my shelves, dude. You're singing to the choir over here and shit.
I'm just saying, man. But
Look
you
at
gotta
those shelves,
hey,
Will.
man,
Look at the shelves.
yeah, no, but sell that shit. But I'm gonna say, listen, it's okay. This is the whole thing. It's okay to have nice things, but don't let nice things have you.
Yeah. Well,
Because people are like, well, you like what the whole thing really when my car blew up, and I had to sell my collection. I had to really sell my collection because I didn't have cars for the family. Our main car blew up, and my wife's car was like on its last wheels, and they both went out at the same time. Sold my collection around about like $40,000. It was a 50.
40 grand.
Yeah, it was like my collection was worth about okay, my collection was about 70, but I
Yeah.
sold
Well, of course.
50,000 of it.
Hey, if you're gonna sell it in a pile, you're gonna
I
get
sold about
obviously less.
60,000, but I got like so and I got like $40,000, for my collection, right?
Yeah.
So bought me and my wife a new car, and then put the other stuff and paying bills and stuff off,
Yeah.
and I used the other stuff to try to build my collection back up, and I did. It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still kind of do because I still keep pulling shit off and selling it. But
Yeah.
I mean, just these are temporary. Yes, it's
Yeah.
investments. Games sometimes can be investments, but sell that shit, y'all. Sell some. If you having trouble, don't be ashamed to sell it. Because a lot of
Because
games be like, oh, I don't know if I'll sell.
Hey,
sell it.
Steve, you know when you were
So,
talking about people who were going broke collecting, I instantly thought of people buying like limited run games and stuff like that, and then getting stuck into the I can't stop now. I've already got 50 of them. If I miss this one, what if it's $200 in 6
yeah.
months?
I
FOMO,
understand
FOMO.
that, but you need to have you need to have a budget. You need to have a budget. A budget for collect. That's another thing too. Set aside some money to collect. You can collect all you want and buy anything you want as long as you're not taking money from your house. Do it. Yeah, if your budget's $500 a
and
month for games, that's your budget.
and
If
you,
your
you
budget's $100 for a month, you better learn how to flip and buy some other stuff. That's what I do.
and
You
you
gotta
and, and,
learn.
and you got a point. Anybody does. You got to live within your means. You got to live within your limits. And oh man, I had a fucking awesome point, but I forgot.
You forgot about it.
I'll just touch on something. Don't compare yourself to another collector because you could be looking at some guy on Facebook going, wow, this guy's posting all these games every day, but you don't know he could be a rich doctor with wealthy parents where money isn't an issue. So, you're trying to compete with someone who is just doing this casually on the side. Like, don't focus on yourself. Worry about yourself, your own stuff, and over time, the longer you do it, the bigger your collection will grow, the happier you'll become with that.
Okay, I remember what the point I was going to make. Steve, you're right. Sell your shit. If you're fucking broke and you need the money, sell your shit because you, as a collector, you have the means. You know the avenues you got to take. You know how to fucking build that shit back up from with very little money and fucking make it into a fucking pile of fucking gold.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with you. If you got to, get rid of it. Like let it go, because with emulation these days, with the piracy, you can get that shit back. You can play this game if you want to play those games. You can play them, but it's real money. It's real money, and you got to do what you got to do with it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I apologize. I was saying you gotta ask yourself: are you collecting or are you really? Because people like, I get this question all the time, which is dumb as hell. Like, do you play all these games? I'm like,
oh no.
Like, first of all, why the hell are you asking? Do I play all these games? I'm like, do you play all these games? And like, who? That's dumb. That's stupid. But I see why people ask that. Like, most of these games I played growing up and I had before.
Yeah.
Some of these games I haven't played. No, people know, but people know when they ask a question. So I just delete it or don't even answer. Or sometimes I used to answer real smart ass, but I don't have the energy to do that no more. I'm too damn grown. I don't got time for that.
Some people are being smart ass. I had a good friend of mine generally asked me that the other day.
No, you can tell. But you could tell he was there in front of you. You could tell the tone. Online, you can't tell the tone. You can tell that's the only thing you're gonna ask. That's the first thing. I ain't never seen you before. That's the only thing you're gonna ask. You know, that's
Yeah,
kind of
well,
like silly.
But to this
Uh,
person's point of view, he owns 50 games, and every single one of those games he plays.
And
So
that's
to
awesome.
him,
there you
that's
go.
all about
There's-
gaming. But it's completely different to everybody.
It
Listen,
is. And the whole thing is, like I was gonna say, like as men, we're instinctively hunters and gatherers. We hunt games and we gather them and put them down in a row, right? That's and women look, what the hell are you doing that for? That's what guys do. That's what we do.
Genetically, we've been brought up to do that.
Yeah, and then some females they do the same thing, but it's not like a gender thing. Just like most males, they instinctively just gonna do that. That's why we get such a rush when we go out to hunt because like Christmas every day, we love to do it. It just drives us. We're like, oh, I can't wait to go get this, or like, oh, what if I find
Oh,
this?
man.
What if I find that? It's just it's not even a game. It's just instinctual. And I can't even say it. Instinct. It's our instinct as men that we do that, and it's like natural. Like, why are we doing this? Why really? If we said that, why are we really filling rooms of games and stuff? I mean, because you know why? One reason we didn't have this as a child, and we wanted all this stuff. Now that we got jobs and money and families, oh, I can buy this. But sometimes you gotta calm that down because when you like overbuy, you get in trouble.
I am by admission a jealous hater, and I've said some bullshit. And, Figsy and Steve,
I remember you said some crazy. I had to block you.
I've talked, yeah, well, I probably deserved it, but I've talked some shit to you guys, and I felt I was justified. Figsy, I've posted a Figsy before. Have you fucking played all those games? Huh? Have you? Well, I'm sitting on my shelf with a couple 100 games that I've not played or even fucking popped into the goddamn slot yet. I've been that dickhead. I've been that dickhead, and I get it. And
I think we all have before because it is. I'll be lying to say it ain't a little bit of jealousy, but you have to keep that. You got to keep that like in check. You're a grown adult. You gotta like this ain't no kid. You ain't no like 9-year-old. Oh, give me my toy. Give me my toy. Yeah, come on. I want your toy. I'm gonna take it. Like we all big kids, y'all. Our toys just got bigger and more expensive.
I'm gonna tell you and everybody in the freaking chat, everybody listening, I'm a fucking child, and fuck you if you got it and I want it. Fuck you. I'm gonna talk shit on you. But, at the end of the day, I don't mean anything by it.
No, I see.
We're all collectors.
I'm gonna insult you because you haven't played them all.
Oh, fuck it.
It was that one rich kid that we knew that like you go to his house, he had everything. Like you mother sucker. I want your stuff.
The jealous haters and all of us. And you know what? Fucking Figsy, fuck you and your collection. And you know what, Steve? Fuck you and your collection. And this was my collection, but I had to get rid of it. I had to sell it. So I'm a little less than that. But you know what?
That's funny.
We're all collectors. And
that's hilarious.
I used to like to say that collecting and playing games are actually two different hobbies. So for me, I like collecting games. That's my primary hobby. Playing games is probably like my third or fourth favorite hobby to do. I do it to relax a couple of hours a week, but collecting's my favorite hobby. And to me, they're two different things.
And the line between collector and hoarder is so thin. It's so very thin.
It is.
Man. Having things alphabetically displayed.
I'm gonna open this and see. I haven't opened this yet. This is my second copy. I know.
Are you fucking tearing over again? Seal copy right there, Steve?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
fucking. There we go.
Oh,
what are you doing?
Gotta make sure.
Ooh, baby.
It smells good. Yeah, it's nice. There we go. I'll pop this in out the round too. I got it on 360, so. Oh, that looks good.
No, they need to make a new game smell car scent.
They do, don't they? I love it.
Yeah, don't hang a little tree, a little disc. All right. At this point, we have a couple segments that we like to do in this show. The first one's real quick, and then I'll get to our homework, which you both have been assigned. The first segment I would like to address is this is a popular one. It's called Figsy. Name that game.
Okay. I was hoping it wasn't that.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I saw this last time. Hey, I feel you on that one, bro.
All right,
some tough names out there.
All right, Figsy. I didn't look it up on the internet. I just grabbed it from my collection, so I'm just gonna put it up on the screen here. So, ready, Figsy. Name that game.
That's so
Is that
wrong.
is that Super Robot Wars?
Oh, you're almost there. You're about 3/4 of the way there.
Super Robot Wars G.
I kind of fucked you on this one because it's not in English. This is a Korean copy of Super Robot Wars Tyson original generation.
Mike Tyson.
No, Tyson, Taisen, Tyson. This is yeah, it's a Korean game. You can tell by the hold on, I'm all backwards here. Here we go. By the warning or the age restriction badges, but there it is.
I think I should lose points because I do own that.
I'm a big fan of Messenger Z. He's one of the original super robots. He actually started this whole fucking genre. God, I'm trying to get it without any fucking. But there you go. Anyway,
has that got anything to do with the Kingdom Raiders series?
The what now?
I might be pronouncing that one wrong too. I'll have to show you for next week's show.
Oh, God, I hope you're pronouncing it wrong because when you pronounce something wrong, it's fucking ambrosia in my mouth. It tastes so good.
It's got like the motorbikes on the front cover.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, probably not. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for playing. It's
Kingdom Riders. I did pronounce it wrong. Mark's in chat.
Oh, Kamen Rider. Oh, that's an insect guy who fucking rides a motorbike.
You're like a grasshopper?
Yeah.
Mark is also asking if you have a complete PS3 US set, Steve, or any intentions of collecting one in the future.
Not yet. I've been debating on should I get it. If I do, I've been just getting the heavy hitters out the way and stuff that's hard to find. I've been talking to what you call it about it. What's his name?
James.
Ricky?
Not James, no.
Ricky,
yeah, Ricky about it.
Fuck Ricky Andre.
Yeah, but so I've been thinking about it. I have not done it yet.
Well, I'll tell you,
I don't know.
The price tag on a full PS3 set has dropped thanks to these fucking reprints that have been put out lately.
Yeah, but you're looking at like 1,150 games, so it's not like a 200 game set where you need 3 or 4 big shelves to be able to store the whole thing.
Do y'all count NBA Elite in that set?
Well, it's not an official release.
Not an official release. I just went through this with some guy on the my Facebook group PS3 Ain't Dead, Facebook group PS3 Ain't Dead, and no, it's not official release. So yeah, so you don't have to get that one to account it.
For me, I went for a full PAL set, so I ain't even talking about that one.
All right, go ahead.
That's funny. I'm not gonna read that one.
we actually did Cthulhu. Was it? He pronounced it right. He nailed
the
it.
Xbox Cthulhu, but I'm familiar with that title.
Not Xbox because this is the PlayStation.
Did he type it or did he copy and paste it? I like to copy and paste. You just look how perfect it is. He copy and paste it from somewhere.
All right, guys. So homework for today's show was we will each choose and discuss our favorite couch co-op game for the PlayStation.
Ooh, let me get it.
Right, so
we're just doing one because I picked a few.
All right, well, give us your first one, Figsy, and then we'll oh, gee, you're fucking cheating, son of a. You always gotta fucking show off and shit, man. Fuck off. Just give us the first one, and then we'll come back around. Because
one,
nobody. I got a fucking pile too, but I just brought one to the show because I'm not.
Two of them are very similar, and 2 of them are very similar. So,
all right. So Figsy's going first. Figsy, what is your favorite co-op game for the PlayStation?
Well, I still play this when friends come over today. In particular, this version. They haven't made another one since this. I hope that FIFA comes out with one this year because there's a new World Cup, and that is FIFA 2014, the World Cup in Brazil.
How many people can you get on once at that game? 4, 5, 6?
7 players. Wow! So you can actually hook up the multi-link and play 7 people with this. That's cool.
Is that 7 people on one team, or how does that work? I don't know.
It would be 4 on one, 3 on the other.
Oh, there you go. All right, so Steve, what's your couch co-op game of choice?
Well, Final Fight CD is a horrible game. No, I'm stop playing. My favorite co-op has always been this. I always go to this all the time. Y'all probably gonna know, but WCW versus the World on PlayStation 1. I love this freaking game. This game is oh my god. About 500 hours in this game. Oh, like I put so many. It was like the first WCW game on the PlayStation because 64 had all the good WCW games, but this one right here, oh, it's so great. And the music, the beginning of it, it's it's great. The wrestling engine on here by Aki, so freaking good.
How many players max is that?
You can do a 4. I mean 2. I'm sorry, 2. You can do 2 at one time.
No, you with a multi-tap? No 4?
No 4. Not on that one. No, not on that one.
No fatal 4-ways.
No, the next one will you can play 4, but this one's not. You can play 2 on this one, and then like the music on WCW versus the World is so good. I'm hearing it in my head now. And like the wrestling is easy to get into, but actually it's I think it's All Japan Pro Wrestling game, but when it came over here they put the WCW license on it. I forgot what it was, but you can look on there and there's so many great wrestlers and there's so many great different modes. And what's on that, like I was talking about earlier, you got this right here. This I don't know if have you seen this before. This is the Sony PS2 or PS3 memory card adapter.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
So
about.
basically, if you have PS1 or PS2 game and you got a memory card, you put the memory card inside of here. Then you hook this part up to your PlayStation 3, and you can dump those saves over like this. This thing is probably about $100. Sealed is probably even more. But that's how when you want to continue playing your PS1 saves. And when I say that is it's on WCW versus World. They have this thing called you can do belt for belt. So basically, I take my memory card and take it over to my friend's house, and then we can play each other's championships. And if I beat them, their championship goes on my memory card, and they lose, or vice versa. So it's so cool like that. You can like just start racking up belts. I remember I had a memory card just had like title belts on it, and I was going just taking folks' title belts.
Oh, that's so cool.
We'll like bring it to a PlayStation like little hub, like little area, and people bring their cards and like instead putting the quarter up there, you put your memory card. Hey, what title is this? Oh, this is my NWO whatever title. Put it in, play it. Who'll win got titles, and just keep racking up titles.
We're gonna Pigsy wanted to touch on your wrestling history, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit later.
I'm a big WWE fan. I grew up watching the WWE.
Oh, cool.
Me and my brother used to wrestle with each other, pretend we were wrestlers, like throw each other through ladders or through beds or
through ladders and beds. Jesus.
Yeah, I remember one day I tried to tombstone pile drive him and dropped him on concrete.
Dude, what the fuck, man? That's some backyard wrestling bullshit.
And my mum got home and she was smacking me, yelling at me, and my brother's like, "No, mum, stop! It was a really good move." He's like covered in blood.
Oh my god, that's just hilarious.
But that actually would relate to PlayStation. We were playing the WWE games on PS3 at the time. In particular, 2007 and 8 with General Manager mode. How good was
yeah, that went on forever though. General Manager mode. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it went on forever. It was good. It was good. Like 2006, that's when it started, right? I think 2006 or 2006.
Yeah, something like that.
It was good because on PS2, it was those SmackDown versus Raw games. SmackDown Here's Come the Pain is great, but then people sleep on 2006 and the first SmackDown versus Raw. They sleep on those two games.
I think 2008 was the best because 2009 they took out GM mode, and that was my favorite thing. I used to make entrance songs, spend hours making my character perfect, and making your own storylines, and
Yeah,
it was so good. So
that
I
was
would
great.
control one of the franchises, and my brother would control the other one, and
Mhm.
we would like have our own shows and like put our own wrestlers in for pay-per-views. And
All those
Yeah.
first PlayStation SmackDown games, like from Know Your Role, and then Shut Your Mouth, Kate was good. Then Here Comes the Pain. Those first three games were really good because, like, Know Your Role, it was the first PlayStation 2 game, WWF game, and it was that transition was still like it was still into that SmackDown type arcade style, but it was good, but it was polished. And then
yeah,
the next year, it like went from here to like here, and then Here Comes the Pain went from like here to here. It was like, oh, it was so good. Like those games are great.
unfortunately, they don't make wrestling games like they used to.
Hey, this year's game is pretty darn good.
Okay, I'll have
22,
to check it out. I haven't checked it
22
out.
is 22 is banging. 22
Hey.
is good.
Steve, you and I are here in America, and often the media will blame video games for violence, fucking school shootings and whatnot. Figsy, you're just fucking backing that shit up. Please shut the fuck up. All right. We don't want fucking blooding your fucking brother's face and shit up. You're not doing anybody any favors over here.
Oh my god.
I remember
All right.
him grabbing my head and scraping it against the road one day.
Oh, fucking
It was the
stop!
first blood match.
Oh my god, Australia. I'm calling it now. Australia is the reason fucking why people shoot people up in schools.
Hey, I'm not see. Hey, I don't listen.
Yeah.
I don't agree with anything he say. And his sponsors up there watching, don't listen. I'm here to join stuff.
Yeah,
I know
watch,
I'm
fucking-
black, and I know I get blamed for a lot of stuff, but hey,
yeah, disclaimer
It's
running
all
across
fake
the bottom of the
anyway,
screen.
guys.
you can't blame
All
this
right.
on white man.
All right, guys, my turn. Okay, I think I got the winner here, and I went with a new school game. All right, so my favorite couch co-op game is
I seen the PS4 game.
the oh shit, what the fuck? It's all
There's
backwards.
a green in it. That's why.
The Capcom Fighting Collection. Yeah, let's go. So on this thing, what do we got? We got Darkstalkers, Night Warriors, Vampire Hunter 2, Vampire Savior 2, Hyper Street Fighter 2, Red Earth, Gem Fighter, Cyberbots, and Super Gem Fighter, I guess. It's got everything on it. And I don't know. My teeth on video games were cut in the arcade, and a lot of these games were found in the arcade. So if you don't have this, or if you like you're a fighting game aficionado, get this, man. It's fucking it's the shit. It's got a bunch of shit. This is the only place where you're going to be able to find a lot of these games on the PS4. Vampire Savior, it was on PS3, but you're not going to find it nowhere else. Well, you can find it on PS2 and PS1. But this is some classic shit. So I highly recommend this. I cheated, and there's like fucking 10 games
10
on here.
games.
Yeah, 10 games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was gonna from the get go when I got this homework assignment, I knew I was gonna pick a fighting game. This one's got 10 games on it. 10. Go for it. If you don't have it, do yourself a favor. Capcom Fighting Collection.
And speaking, here's my plug. I'm a Capcom creator, so speaking of that, all the Capcom collections like this came out recently, like Street Fighter, the Street Fighter collection.
Oh, dude, I'm on the hunt for that.
That's a good one. Or the Capcom Beat 'em Up collection. Oh, so
whoa, what?
You know about the Capcom Beat 'em Up collection?
Tell me about the damn Capcom Beat 'em Up.
So many releases these days.
Yeah,
I want to know about this.
So,
shit.
Capcom Beat 'em Up collection is a collection of a lot of Capcom beat 'em ups, like Final Fight. I think the King Knights of the Round is on there. I think it's on there. Let me look it up. But you look it up. But anyway, it is physical on the Switch. I think the Switch version is Japanese only. I think, but
You
you
lost
can
me
get
at
it
Switch.
digitally. But it's good. But it's on the PS4. It's on the
All right.
PS4 and Xbox 360. But yeah, the Capcom fighting game collection. Capcom beat 'em up. I'm sorry, Capcom beat 'em up collection. Yeah. Let me put
You
that.
got this thing?
Huh?
You got it? Is it physical or is it just a
I
download?
have a physical. Yeah, I have a physical. You can get it off Amazon right now for $31 on the Switch. You can get the beat 'em up bundle at Best Buy digitally for $19. Yes, it's physical. It's physical. It's physical, but it's overseas physical.
God damn it! How do I not know about this thing?
Yeah, oh, and let's see, right now, how much is it right now? Oh, it's cheap. Oh, dang, I need to get it again. No, because right now on the Switch it's $9.99. I just saw that.
$9.99 on the Switch.
Digital download.
Yeah, it's
Listen to us.
$9.99.
We sound like a fucking commercial. $9.99 on digital download. Oh my
Oh, yeah,
god!
Yeah, the Japanese release. I don't think it released physically here in America. Cause I know I had.
Nah.
Is there an English release? Anybody? I don't see an English release on it, but I do see like the Japanese releases, but they're physically. So yeah, the Capcom beat 'em up is great, so good because it got so many of them games on there. Look at games on here again. It is what games on here? Oh, Final Fight, Captain Commando, King of the Dragons, Knights of the Round, and Warriors of Fate on there. Knights of the Round is on there because Knights of the Round is so expensive. You know, that's a real expensive game. But
This is
good.
physical PS4.
Yeah.
Because I give a fuck about Switch.
With a disc, not just a case.
I would like you to send me a link, please, if you would.
PS4, PS4,
you
you can get a used copy on $35 in Japan. I'm trying to see where is there.
Because you're fucking over here shilling for Capcom.
Oh, hey, Capcom creators. So hey,
yeah, well, we'll fucking we'll do the fucking.
You can buy it from my Capcom store. I gotta still set that up.
Well, you'll fucking do the math, divide by 3, and send fucking Figsy and I the goddamn fucking our residuals. Let's go.
Well, I went a little bit overboard with homework, and I did 5 games. So I just want to quickly touch on
5.
You fucking this
so
try hard
in
motherfucker
terms
over
of
here.
Cap's co-op titles. They're JRPGs, but they're side-scrolling games, and they're best played with friends. So Dragon's Crown or Odin's Spear. If you're ever going to play these, I highly recommend playing it with a friend.
I like sex with friends, but sometimes I got to do it by myself.
Big boobs, fighting games, characters, they're awesome. I'm just going to quickly touch on these.
You going to touch on them, huh?
I wanted to touch on Motorstorm Pacific Rift.
I was going to pick that.
One of the best racing games on PS3.
It is good.
But what I like about this is you don't race on tracks. You race on like volcanoes and through fields and through like ice and lava, and it's a fun racing game, and there's no restrictions. You can just drive anywhere.
Have you played
one more racing game? This is a heap of fun.
Ski-Doo?
If you haven't played Ski-Doo Challenge, I highly recommend it, and it's even more fun with friends.
I need to play
snowmobile racing.
Hey, have you played the Motorstorm on PS2? The only one on there?
No, I've only played it on PS3.
They have a Motorstorm game that released after. It was like a super late release, but I think it's Arctic Edge on the PS2. That is on PS2 and PSP. It's good, real good.
All the Motorstorm games are good. We need a new Motorstorm game.
We do.
Like a next gen, brand new Motorstorm title. How good would that be?
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to excuse myself for a moment. I disagree with all your choices, by the way. I'm not. No, I'm kidding. I'm not a racing fan. My second choice. I don't have it here, but it was the shooting game.
Killzone.
PS3.
Killzone.
You know, you shoot at the screen. House of the Dead. House of the Dead.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know the game called.
Dude, all games go. Okay. I'll be right back in a minute, guys.
Yeah, no worries.
Have a good one.
Well, I didn't pick, but I did pick SmackDown 2. Know your role. Love it. He's back that quick.
You know what the fuck I'm talking about. There we go.
Well, I picked that, but I was saying, but I really wanted to like say I had it playing for a long time. It was like in the background, it's Tekken 6.
Nice.
And I love Tekken 6, especially with this cover. Look at that. Look how that cover shines off the light.
Beautiful. I actually imported that slipcover. It's one of my
Did you?
favorites.
I
Yeah.
really enjoyed like the slip covers on it. This is one thing I'm weird. I love the slip covers on the PlayStation 3, but I also too love the original PlayStation 3 like Blu-ray
The
box art.
Spider-Man font. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Like finding cases like I wish every PlayStation Game 3 had that still. I know they over time because it had this and it changed so many times, but love it. Just that attention to detail, it just
Yeah,
shows
it
you
says
like
PlayStation on the case. It
yeah,
doesn't say
like you don't
Blu-ray.
know. It's
I
other
agree. Yeah.
ones like this right here. This Tekken Hybrid, it just says Blu-ray, but it doesn't say
Yep.
PlayStation. I love that. I wish I can like find like 500 of those and just keep them. Every time I get a PlayStation game, I can switch it out with that.
I know, but then it's not. It doesn't match all the other ones. It annoys me. They've got to be the Blu-ray for the black ones and the red ones with PlayStation 3.
Yeah, that's real crazy. Like I'm so anal. That's why I say I only collect like US games. But I'm looking at my stuff. I'm like, oh, it's out of sync, out of whack. I hate that.
If you ever did want a lot of those PlayStation ones, Steve, the best place to go is Japan because they have a lot of really cheap games with the old spine, and you can get them for like they call them damaged copies, but in Japan, a damaged copy might just be slightly imperfection. And I got, I think, 150 cheap Japanese games and replaced all my dirty cases with really nice looking ones.
I'm trying to go there next year, me and the families, because I'm trying to go to Super Nintendo World before it opens here. But
That would be cool.
Like to go over there and do some more game hunts and stuff, make some videos. That's one of the goals for next year is to get to Japan and make some videos. Because I haven't been to Japan in like since I got out the military. So to go there again.
Were you collecting seriously when you were in Japan?
No, I was like 18, 19. I was, but you couldn't put it nowhere. I was a guy with the games. I always had like everybody know had Nintendo, had Game Boy, and all that kind of stuff. I had always had video games, so everybody knew me as the video game and the wrestling guy, and that has changed in years, as you can see.
Yeah,
and just like, oh, okay,
just become more a part of the personality.
Really has. At first, I didn't like that. I really didn't like this. I like, but as I got older, I'm like, who cares? I love this part of it. I love collecting. I like video game. I like being around this room. Being in my room is so like therapeutic, besides being in my bed with my
I'm completely the same. It's like my sanctuary in here. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Steve, your wife's a gamer and a collector as well.
She got a badass collection too. She got
I've been following her on YouTube for about 6 months. So
oh, good, man. Appreciate it. Speaking of my wife, tomorrow night she has a spookathon. Basically, she's doing a 6-hour stream. Come by, try to donate. She's raising money for the hurricanes that happen over here in Puerto Rico and Florida. So if you can stop by, donate $1. She's gonna be giving away some stuff, be playing some games. I might jump on my scary, but I'm probably gonna
What's the channel name for that one?
Oh, it's Zap Crystal. Just type in Zap Crystal on YouTube, and you'll
get a link up for you guys.
Yeah, please. And put it and go in and follow her. She got great content. She does better content than me. She just did these 2 amazing like Halloween videos. She dressed up and looking hot, and godly, she did so much good. I was like, babe, if you work, she did so good. You gotta go check it out, y'all.
Be guys sure to subscribe, guys. I just posted the link in chat.
Please go check it out.
Yeah, but that's awesome that you guys can do this together. You guys do much like garage selling together and things like that?
No, she don't wake up like me. And I like to sleep, but if I know I'm going to a garage sale, my ass.
I'm up at 5 o'clock.
I'm like, oh, I can't wait. I'm like going fine and stuff. Like these last 3 garage sales have kind of spoiled me because I've been hitting bangers on these last garage sales. Like the last one that you saw the video of that I got all that 3DS stuff. Oh.
Where you met one of your subscribers as well and he sold you a bunch of games. Yeah, I seen that one.
Yeah, it was just, man, it's been good. But you got to have money set aside for it. So I'm like, I'm just waiting. I know it's like going to be 3 or 4 more garage sales before it gets cold. But, I love them because a lot of people don't care for games.
I find most garage sales don't have games. I only get a hit maybe 1 in every 10. But I found like GameCube games for $1 each, or PS3 games I've been after, or Xbox 360 games. So those 1 in 10, it makes it worth it going out every Saturday.
Oh, it does, man. It does. But you got to get your butt up early. I mean, especially you're in a really good sleep and you hate to wake up, but then like, some tell me, hey, somebody might beat you to this game, but go get it. You don't know what you're going to find. And then you're right. You don't know what you're going to find. And then
a couple of weeks ago, sorry, you go.
No, go ahead.
A couple of weeks ago, I seen one on Facebook and she advertised PlayStation games.
Ooh.
So I drove out there at like 7 a.m. before they opened. I went in there and I asked, hey, the PlayStation games you advertised? She goes, oh, someone messaged me last night and came and picked them all up. But I still found heaps of other stuff to buy. I bought a couple of controllers for like $5 each, and it was still worth it.
It's crazy now. The video games are not. I don't say video games are popular. Selling video games is popular.
Oh, big time.
It's like this constant battle with collectors and resellers, and some of the and I guess this new trend in the world, you have us both connected. Like I guess I would consider sometimes being a reseller sometimes, but collecting or reselling to fund your collection. But it's I guess that's three. It's the selling. I fall on against that middle. I trade and sell to fund my collection. But then you have the resellers who don't give a damn and just buy anything just because they see video games are worth money. Then you got collectors who are still kind of stuck in the old ways. And that's why a lot of people don't build their collections really good, because people are stubborn. And I like, you can't be stubborn in this hobby. I know this hobby is more because you gotta face reality. People out there don't care about games they're gonna sell. But you also got people who are there who do care about games. But then you got both like me. I care, but I also do want to get a good deal on something. But if I get a good deal, I'm going to try to work with another collector or store and still kind of sell. So it's that weird thing, because I heard it back in the day, people used to just frown upon you buy a game, you better sit on it forever. You better not sell it. And that's a dumb mindset, because first of all, it's your stuff. You can do whatever you want with it. But I do get that. It's like people got this weird attachment to.
I've noticed in the last few years the stigma has sort of changed. When I first started collecting, if you're a reseller, you a scum.
Filthy
you're
reseller.
not part of the collecting scene. But like, I'm now a reseller. I was a hardcore collector, and I started selling to fund my collection, and it simply turned into more of a job for myself. Now that I do it full time, I only actually sell 20% of my total sales of video games. So I'm making more money selling other stuff, because people don't realize that there's money in DVDs or CDs or books, where everyone knows that there's money in video games.
Yeah, and you know what? I could do that, but I don't care. It's like, it's part laziness sometimes. I can sell other stuff, but I just don't want to go through all that hassle. Especially as you know, like if you don't keep selling on eBay, they're not going to promote you, and you're not going.
Yeah, you got to pay them to promote you.
Yeah, and it's so everybody's trying to buy something, and then now, like during COVID, it was easier because people were sitting home buying anything, especially like Wii's. People were buying Wii's like bread. Seriously, they were.
Wii's
people
like bread.
Toilet paper, bread, man. Like, you cannot see every time you find a Wii. I promise you, I made like $90 off Wii's. Like, what? You want a Wii? Because people stuck in the house wanting to do stuff. Now you can't give away a Wii, unless it's a different, like the red one in the box or the blue one, or first generation one with the GameCube ports. But man, people were just that was crazy. I was like, dang, people.
You're not wrong, but I remember that.
It was so, and that's why I'm like, when Wii Sports shot up to like $50. That's why GameStop was giving like $25. I remember when GameStop was getting $25 for a Wii Sports. I was like, oh my goodness. I said, I know like 3 or 4 copies of it. I remember I went one GameStop. I traded in like 10 copies of Wii Sports.
And you were banned afterwards.
No, they didn't ban me.
Oh, really?
No.
No, they turned around and sold them all for $50.
No,
I mean,
dude.
I probably got banned like 3-4 months later, but it was like it was, you eventually they'll flag you, but then I know some people called and got it taken off. That's why I make connections. But yeah, I was like, oh, speaking of that, let me tell y'all this crazy story during COVID. So it was this garage sale, not garage sale. It was this Goodwill, and it was like damaged stuff. They had us literally took GameStop broken PS1, not PS1, um, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Wii controllers. I had like 90 of them hoes. I had like nine, a box. Took it to my local GameStop. He said, "How many you got?" I said, "I got 90." Of which, of what? Boom, boom, boom. Put it in there. Man, I got like $3,000 like in credit and stuff. It was so great. And she's like, all right. I said, what are you gonna do? We're just gonna damage down and send them to the factory and fix them and sell them. I said, all right, cool. She gave me, and what's so cool about it, they gave me full price. They didn't put damage anything. They just
they give you a check, they give you cash or
oh
credit.
no, the gift card. I got like 2 or 3 gift cards.
No, Jesus.
Yeah, I had like that was when I was buying a lot of stuff. I was like, babe, look what I got. I spent like $60 and look what I got. I turned 60 there. I think I made a video on that or something like that.
It funded your next 20 videos, sounds like.
Dude, it was so great. And it was just like I was like bleep bleep bleep. She like looking through them all and stuff. All right, whatever. Because I just had that in some games you can catch people on GameStop. Like sometimes they just like I don't care, but you've been there, they know you. I took that whole thing out, that big old box, put it up in there. Like yeah, here you go. Send them to the factory. Just let me get. I said, listen, I don't want no money. And you state that because if you want money, then we look like. But you want credit all day. Man, I spent that credit so much. Me and my wife, boy, that was great. Oh, that was great. I got me some good games. And then turned around, I had to sell some stuff. But still, it was good. I got some systems. It was so good. That's how I got my OLED for free.
Nice. Over here, we don't have GameStop, but we have EB Games, and it's actually the same owned company. It's all owned by GameStop. So they've got the same trading principles, etc. However, I got banned for they called it over abusing their system.
Yeah.
I traded in what they deemed too excessive for one person, and they banned me.
Wow.
But over here in my state, they don't actually give you gift vouchers. They give you cash. So I ended up trading in like $3,000 and getting cash over one weekend. So that's why they banned me.
You're abusing the system. My best.
Yeah, but it was all they brought out a 75% trade-in bonus. So I sat down with a calculator, pen and paper, 4 hours, worked out all the prices that they were going to give me. And I basically brought in like a third of my eBay store and got more than what I would have made on eBay. So they sort of went, hang on, this guy's worked out our loophole. They couldn't officially ban me. So they contacted me and said, we need to deal with you as a business-to-business trader. We're not going to treat you as a customer anymore. We're only going to treat you as a business.
It's so silly like that too, because one, y'all get the inventory from us. We're doing the hard work, and you're gonna sell that stuff for like 5 times as more. So stop complaining. You know,
because I worked out the games that were going to pay the most money. Like sport games were more expensive because it was the holidays. So I was selling them sport games and getting like $64 a game, where I was buying them for $5 each. You know,
you gotta hustle. You gotta do it.
You gotta respect the hustle.
Man. I don't blame you. Like stuff like stores like that, they don't really care. What? Let me tell you, I do like GameStop, but what GameStop messes up is the stress they put on their employees and the people who they hire that don't know nothing about games, and then in turn. People go in there like me, like anybody out here talking and stuff. They'll go in there and want to buy something who actually have more knowledge than the people sitting behind the counter. And it's kind of insulting in a way, like when you're trying to like tell somebody something, you know it's not true, but they're doing it because they were told.
Do you want scratch protection on that?
Like, do you want a protection for $3? Like I said, why would I get a protection on a PlayStation 3 game that y'all not gonna have 5 years from now or a year from now? So you're gonna replace this PlayStation 3? I said, how you gonna replace this PlayStation 3 game? Our warehouse, no, sweetheart. The warehouse not gonna have this game. They're not gonna
Yeah,
have
but
NCAA 14.
That's not the employee's fault. The company make every employee say that to every customer. So it's a bad business practice. They're treating their customers like every customer's a mum and a dad coming into their kids and they know nothing about video games.
And that's cool. That's really cool because that's what I do my YouTube. I treat like everybody who don't know me. I mean, but at some point you have to have respect for your audience too.
I have that same opinion. I walk into the GameStop and I expect, and I hope and pray the dickhead behind the counter knows more about video games than I do. But I'm in the fucking store and I'm the goddamn fucking expert. And I'm fucking asking this question and that question. They fucking don't know a goddamn answer from fucking a hole in the ground.
And that's frustrating. And because if you could sell a game to somebody behind you, what are you using for? What are you doing from this? I need to give a gift card if I'm selling this game behind somebody else.
They need, like the Apple store has their Apple experts. They're fucking video game experts. They need some fucking super nerd dickhead they can call me, and I'll come in and I'll fucking, I'll tell you your fucking shit's worthless. Your shit's worth $1 million. You, Figsy and Steve would all both get calls in from your fucking local goddamn GameStop. Come in. We have an extra special rare trade in here. We don't know
that does happen. That does happen still for me. Like
they call you. You tell me GameStop calls you.
Well, the people who I know at GameStop, the people who I like friends with, they'll call. Hey, can you tell me about this real quick? I'm like, yeah, or they'll FaceTime me. Like, yeah, this is fake. Like somebody trying to sell some fake Super Nintendo games or something. I said, oh yeah, that's hella fake. Don't take that shit.
Yeah, shit. If they called me,
it's good that they do that.
I'll tell you after you fucking send my PayPal $100. Let's go.
No, they'll take care. That's why they take care of me. Like they'll let me know when stuff like pin it out, like or like I always get free stuff, or nice posters and stuff like that, like different things,
and things like that. When they've
it's work. And also, I don't want nobody to get screwed. Even GameStop, I don't want them to get screwed. I mean, even though like. GameStop is needed in the community. If it goes away, shit's gonna get bad. I'm telling you, GameStop. When the GameStop eventually goes, who's going to take this place? Really,
it'll be Amazon, and they're just going to charge ridiculous prices.
GameStop.
Anybody sells on the Amazon, but who's going to go? Best Buy tried it. Best Buy was like the next thing, but they gave up because that Best Buy Gamer Zone, whatever that thing was. Oh, that was gold. That was gold. But they gave up on that. Walmart tried and failed miserably. Miserably, they failed. But GameStop's still going, even through all the bull crap they're going through. They still there. I'm going to be really concerned if GameStop goes away. Where are you going to go? You can go online, yes. But where really is going to be a free fall?
Well, I hope that more independent game shops open up, because that would be the best thing for everything.
Yeah. But
unfortunately, it's expensive to have a physical shop. Have you guys heard what's just recently happened to Pink Gorilla?
Oh my god!
They've just been robbed for like the 10th time in a couple of months, and it's disgusting. And now they're talking about possibly not reopening one of their stores. It's pretty sad to hear. It's one of my favorite game shops in the whole world.
And they're popular. They're really popular. People going there and stealing stuff.
It's not. It's just not the fucking the implied gunpoint robbery. Well, did the guy ever pull out the gun? I watched the video.
I read that it was a gun, like they held at gunpoint. That's what I read. But
I watched some sensationalist American news story, and they said pointed the guy's the gun in the guy's face. I never saw the guy's. Anyway. But no, it's fucked the guy. That's what's happening to Pink Gorilla in Seattle, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been to the store. Like I've had some of my most fondest game memories shopping in that store. Yeah, it's one of the coolest places to visit.
I have a friend that lives in Seattle, and Seattle's kind of fucked, to be quite frank. And it's a sad thing. And I saw the day after, or 2 days after, they got the front window shattered.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Why are people doing stupid stuff with video games like that? For real, come on, man.
Well, it's
people know it's worth money.
All right, I'm gonna regurgitate some bullshit that I heard on Facebook. or not Facebook, but on YouTube. You know, these rappers, they go out there and they show off all their money and blah 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 blah. They're talking about how much, and then all of a sudden somebody shows up and fucking jacks them for that shit. The same guy, the guy who owns a joint, or one of the people who owns a joint, he's doing live streams in store, and they said the guy that robbed them also showed up at a live stream after they were closed. And he was hanging outside the front door, looking to get in. So
yeah, but just think about that. It's a difference because they're a shop. That would be like a car dealership not promoting the cars they're selling. You know, that's also what gets the customers in the shop. It's not like they're showing off because that's their actual stock to sell. I do understand the point you're making, but if he's not making those streams, how are people going to know that they've got these games in to sell?
Oh yeah, it's all advertising, and you know you're going to fucking attract people with who want to buy and want to spend, and you're also going to attract people who want to fucking steal that shit. So it's a double-edged sword. But you know, what are you going to do? My heart goes out to those people at Pink Gorilla. It sucks. I've been shot at, but I've never had a gun like directly in my face. That's another story for another podcast.
Go on to our Seattle viewers in chat saying Seattle's not fucked, but it sucks that they've been targeted.
I've been shot. That's somebody clipped that.
Did I say Seattle's fucked? If I did, I'm just going off secondhand knowledge from my friend in Seattle. He says, "Oh my God, Seattle's fucked." But this, you know, and I'm just.
I've spent a lot of
Seattle's
time there. I noticed compared to Australia, there's a lot of homeless people.
Oh man, it's gotten
especially
bad.
like on the motorways and stuff. But I enjoyed walking around the city, going to the shops. I felt safe the whole time I was there.
Yeah,
I actually felt safer in Seattle than I do in my hometown. So
really,
yeah,
oh, wow.
But it's pretty dangerous over here. There's lots of crime.
You know me, I'm from the streets. So if anybody,
all this crime and stuff is, you know, it takes one person to get a made example of, you know. Someone get hurt, shot, killed, something, you know, just you can't be just doing that to people because you want something, you know.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. You know, it's also not worth fighting over, you know, hit habit, you know. It's not worth it. People just do silly stuff. I don't know. We're humans. We just do stupid stuff for like.
And it's that one person. Like, there's probably 20,000 people that watch that live stream. One person's ruined it for everyone, you know.
Yeah.
He said he's not doing live streams no more.
I don't know.
Sure, but I hope he continues. I follow him on Twitch. I've been I'm terrible with names. I know Casey. I forget his name, but I've been watching him for a couple of years now.
I see when it pops up all the time.
Did you watch the? It was a Reggie video I saw. Did you watch that video? He's talking about that.
I started watching, but then I just turned it off. Like I don't want to hear no negative like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. No.
Yeah, check it out. He tells a story. The other guy he's talking to makes some points. It turns out he's from Arizona, just like me. I'm guessing he's from Tucson because I've never heard of the guy. But he's a little excitable. But anyway, I digress. Figsy, Steve, I'm gonna take this. At this point, I'm gonna say goodnight. It's a good night.
We're over the 2-hour mark, so I'm happy with that. But it's been amazing to have you on, Steve. It's really
I
nice
appreciate it, man.
Chatting with you.
It's good. Steve. I can sit and talk all day about PlayStation. What's up, man?
Steve, good shit, man. It's lovely guest. I love having you on.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I'll come back on again one day. You know, we have to get together to do some stuff.
I promise not to talk shit on you online anymore.
That's all right. I block you and you'll learn your lesson. I told you I blocked TV quick. I don't care about blocking folks. I'd be like, I block it. You blocked it. You got to unblock them. I said, all right, cool.
My block list is long. I trust me, I've been there with you, and I'm a dickhead on the other end of the line. But yeah,
I actually have no one blocked, so I'm the opposite. I don't block anyone. I just ignore everything.
I'm blocking you tonight, fucker. All right. One last
fans in chat.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Everybody who was subscribed, thank you. I think I just gained some new subscribers right now.
And if you're not already, guys, be sure to go check out Steve's channel. So it's Mr. Right Way.
Now we're at 21,200.
No, you're at 99,999. You're welcome. I'll expect my check in the mail. PayPal is fine.
Oh, that's awesome. Way. But yeah, that's cool. I really enjoy making YouTube content, y'all. I really do. I'm like branching out, doing more because I want to do more just game hunts, but like newer videos. Like I'm working on a video. I don't know if I'm gonna put it tomorrow or Saturday. It's probably gonna be for Monday. I already did 2 videos this week. I might do a couple more shorts for tomorrow. But,
Commit.
yeah, I know shit.
I got another one coming out soon, so maybe this afternoon, guys.
I might,
maybe.
but it's like tonight. I should have done. I got it halfway done. If I just buck it down, I probably can do it. But it's going over the 10 most expensive 3DS games, and then also I got working on some more PS3 games.
I know one that's going to be on that video. I'm going to pull it out.
Yeah. And I'm working on some more PS2 videos. I'm working on some more
touch on
PS1 videos.
French games, but I'm sure this one will be on there.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm sickened by the fucking opportunity you guys are taking to pad the price of your own games.
And you know what? That's so funny. Okay.
The accusations will be all over from social media tomorrow.
It's so
social
crazy
media
that
tomorrow.
people say that, you know, like I
how dare you?
It's so weird.
You know how to use the block button, Steve. Fucking.
Oh no, I know. But this notion, like YouTubers raise the prices. Yeah. I wish I had that power. It's like, first of all, if you have a big enough following and you talk about a game that a lot of people don't know about, of course, somebody that is going to try to take advantage of it and make it, and people, and also a lot of people want to go get that game. I've done it before. Like I seen games, people talk about stuff, and I want to get that game, and like, I didn't know there's that price. That's how it is. It's not like, guess what? We're talking about the newest. We're talking about Bayonetta 3. It's gonna be retail price, y'all. But you're talking about Parasite Eve. I mean, people, it's a game that's gonna be like $70 to $100. You know, especially if it gets popular. Say somebody played it on the stream or something. Yeah, it's gonna get popular. So
yeah, XQC throws it on his stream. Suddenly, half the world want to play it. You know, or Mr. Beast starts playing it, or you know, like.
And you know what? I will tell you, the purpose of every one of those people playing it or showing it off is to make their physical copy worth $1 million, and they will get there because they're fucking filthy influence. Speaking of,
I disagree. I don't think like Metal Jesus ever made a video with the intention of making his copy worth more money or anything like that. I certainly never done that.
When you got influence, they're just how it is. You can't but you build that up over time, and people trust and be like, I want to see how that is, and people go get it. I mean, just how it is. It's just definitely it is. You know, I need to go get that. Is that game like rare now or something?
Will's trying to make it rare.
It is rare. It is rare, and it's worth $1 million. It will be in the next 2 weeks.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because I have been doing something since I've been researching on PlayStation 4 games and been looking at just getting cheap PlayStation 4 games now, and I'm looking at history. This is going by history from PlayStation 1, especially PlayStation 2 era. The horror games from the horror and the RPG games from that era usually end up being sought after. They may not be good like Agony. They may not be good, but 10 years down the road, they might be like $200-$300 games. So I will get those games and like use those and set on like I got 2 or 3 copies of Agony. I'll just put the other 2 up in the attic and forget about it. But I want to keep copies like that so I can trade later on, you know, or maybe sell it. Maybe to get something else that I want. Because I remember Kuon and I remember Ruler Rose being cheap as heck. I'm like, I don't want that stuff.
That looks crap.
I want that. Why would I want that mess? Or Hunting Ground. I don't want that. But now I want it. I mean, I want because I want to play it, but just to trade it to get something else I maybe want, or if I'm going for a set or something, I might need it. So I'm looking at the games like that, and that looks interesting. That's gonna look like one of them games that may be going up one day. You never know.
Oh, it's going up, and then it's going through the roof. Oh my!
It's about to get released in Australia. Actually,
it's about to get a PAL release. It's not releasing PAL yet. So far, this is the only way to get it.
Was that a GameStop release or a Fan Gamer release?
This is Fan Gamer, and this was bought at GameStop. So they both got it.
Okay. I was thinking I might pick it up in next week or so. because I've been
you
picking up a lot of them games.
pick them all up because this thing's going to the roof.
I'm
To the roof.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a video about it and let it go to the roof.
To the moon.
Guys,
Oh, well, Steve, it's been a pleasure having you on. I hope to get you on here in the future. And yeah, have a good night, guys. I'll see you guys